How's it going, chat? We're back. We're up. It's Monday. Here's Glorp. There he is. We knew it. We knew he was coming. How's everyone doing today? It's Monday. I said it once, I'll say it again. It's Monday. You guys have heard me say this. I'm so vibing. Yeah, James Earl Jones did pass away. Rest in peace, Darth Vader. He got blowed up in the Death Star. Rest in peace. It's Morphin Monday. The camera? It just goes into the PC, right? I'm locked in? Yeah, big day. We got a lot of news to cover. The debate is tomorrow. The Debat, chat. It's tomorrow. It's gonna be a nutso day. We will be streaming the Debat, yes. We'll be live tomorrow. We'll all be watching the Debat. Barry, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Prediction for who wins? Nobody. Nobody wins. It's gonna be bad. Israel? Yeah. Yeah. Benjamin Netanyahu. Thank you again, Barry for the 5 gifted. Starting off strong. Thank you so much. The strongest stream. Winner, not the people. What time is the Debat? That's a good question. I think it's like 9. It's in Philadelphia. Yeah, 9 p.m. It's 90 minutes. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. PM, chat. It's 9 p.m. Eastern, so 8 p.m. my time. Microphones will once again be muted. Grumpy ass, thank you for the gifted sub. The piss stream is strong and healthy and yellow. It's true. Berry Bear, another gifted sub. Holy shit, thank you so much. Grumpy ass, another. We have a level 3 hype train, chat. With Glorp comes hype train. Hype train for Glorp. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the subscribe. You don't get to see ads if you're subscribed. Thank you so much for the support. It means a lot. The best time to subscribe is during a hype train. It helps the channel and the algorithm. We're almost 80% of the way to getting a new tattoo decided by chat. Berry Bear, thank you for the 11 months. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Thank you so much. Oh, come on. It doesn't have to be like that. Thank you, Berry Bear. Thank you, Stone Socialist 669. Thank you both so much. More gifted subs. Thank you. Nax Phantasmal, thank you for the gifted sub.
Granted, I'm gay. Logan Paul is my savior. KSI
Have you guys seen this?
I want to watch Lil Nas X. I like what's on the trending page.
Angry Mayonnaise for the 3 months.
Beat my meat.
Thank you so much.
Lock me down. Inject me.
Stay hydrated, everyone.
I'm gay, trans, and I am boosted. Fauci is my savior. Hillary is woke. She-Hulk is my favorite movie.
I'm not vegetarian. Thank you for the gifted sub. Hillary is officially woke. Wow, guys. We're starting off strong. Strong, healthy, yellow piss stream. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Oreo Coke is actually pretty decent. That sounds disgusting. I'm going to be honest. I'm sick from work. I needed this. Shout out. She-Hulk is my favorite movie. Can we replace that without the Sigma music? Yeah, I can actually. I think I can do that. I have the version without the music. Thank you guys so much for that, by the way, for the level 4 hype train. Holy. Thank you. Let's get started. My professor might have given me COVID today. Oh. Where's the pipe? It's after the other alerts have to go through. Peter's got to dance. They call him the drink.
He couldn't have been too
Jake
impressed
Tapper?
with our capital. It looks like
Jump
shit.
scare warning? Yeah, sorry.
Welcome to the lead.
Oh, that was loud.
Jake Tapper, and happy presidential debate eve to those who
There it is.
celebrate. Consider that just 74 days ago, Dana Bash and I hosted that first presidential debate of 2024 that went so horribly wrong for incumbent President Joe Biden. So wrong it caused Democrats to do what is unprecedented in the modern age. They made the call to the proverbial bullpen. Vice President Kamala Harris emerged as the brand new nominee. And now tomorrow night, she will be the one taking the stage for the second debate. It will be the first ever face-to-face meeting between Harris.
Democrats love losing and then trying the same thing again. Have you noticed that? Democrats really like losing hard and then being like, let's try that again one more time. I think it was the Bernie or Busters that were a problem, actually.
Former President Donald Trump, as a CNN poll of polls shows, an agonizingly tight race with no clear leader. Trump campaign for its...
Yeah, so polls are heating up, meaning they're getting closer. Kamala's losing her momentum, much like, many predicted, myself included. running to the right or running to the middle, which is running to the right in America, and abandoning a lot of the progressive momentum that she got, including, meandering on Gaza, continuing to meander on Gaza, not breaking away from Joe Biden really on anything. This was going to put her in a corner, and it's a losing position, and it's squandering the momentum that she could have had after picking Tim Walz. It's terrible. It's rough. We're nosediving right now. We're headed right into this corner that Republicans want us in. So that's cool. Hawk Tua?
Spit on it or whatever, but she...
What?
Hawk Tua.
I've never seen that.
What? Yes, you have. It's like came out last week or something.
What did she say?
Like they're interviewing. There's some trend where they just interview people like randomly, and she's drunk out partying, and I don't exactly remember what it was, but it was like, what do you do, like exes or something, if people don't like you, or I don't know. And then she's like, blah, like, and then I had hawk tua, just spit on that thing.
Blah. That's all the internet is, I think, to people. Barry Bear, another 5. Holy shit. Thank you so much. Why doesn't she just give people what they want? Corporate donors. Why else? Chat, the cup is filling. I don't know what happens when it gets too full. It's just spilling everywhere.
Part is previewing some lines of attack for the debate today, saying that the vice president, quote, owns everything from this administration, unquote. And moments from now, Harris will leave Pittsburgh, where she has been in debate prep mode since Thursday. She is en route to Philadelphia ahead of the showdown there at the National Constitution Center.
I can't believe
Today,
it.
2 sources tell CNN that the Harris debate team has been preparing Harris for a range of potential insults and name-calling and derogatory comments from Trump. And a radio interview with the vice president released this morning gives some insight into her thinking.
He plays from this really old and tired playbook, right? Where there's no floor for him in terms of how low he will go. And we should be prepared for that. We should be prepared for the fact that he is not burdened by telling the truth.
CNN's Jeff Zalany is in Philly ahead of tomorrow's debate. Jeff, we're learning that Vice President Harris's debate prep included speaking to 2 other people who have faced Donald Trump on the debate stage before.
Oh, God. Who?
Jake, as we know, Donald Trump is heading into his 7th debate tomorrow. That's more than any other nominee. Of course, the 2 candidates he's debated in a general election are Hillary Clinton back in 2016 and Joe Biden in 2020, and, of course, in June, as you said. And Vice President Harris has spent some time talking with...
Sick, man. Yeah, let's spend some time locking down. It ends tomorrow. Yeah, it just might. Let's spend some time locking down all the talking points from the 2 people who lost to Donald Trump in their own debates. What's Joe Biden? What advice is Joe Biden gonna give Kamala Harris on debating Donald Trump? He couldn't. He's not alive anymore. Like, I don't know.
Both of those fellow Democrats, I'm told, talking about what it's like to be on stage with Donald Trump. The reality is she has never had a face-to-face encounter with him. One of the reasons for that, he did not attend the inauguration back in 2020 when she was being sworn in as vice president. But I am told, even though she's been speaking with Clinton and Biden, she is approaching this in her own way. This is not a redo of 2016. I'm told that advisors are preparing her in a very different way. One specific example.
Just call him fat. What is this?
I shoot like I'm Kobe, that boy really tough on his dolly though. I keep a drink, ain't no OVO. I ain't run nothing, just have my portfolio. Really come from a block where they bang bang. Punch that Glock with a Glock, ain't no goalie bro. Say you about what you claiming and show me the one in the head, you gon' die trying to toe to toe. Y'all do not know me, I shoot like I'm Kobe, that boy really tough on his dolly though. I keep a drink, ain't no OVO. I ain't run nothing, just have my portfolio.
Look at him go. Bottom left, that's just an old picture of Drake. I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to look at that.
Example is not going after Donald Trump specifically on any misogynistic comments or.
Please talk about policy. I mean, the more I hear from Kamala Harris on policy, the less I want her to talk about policy. She wants to talk about Joe Biden-esque policy that people demonstrably are tired of. They don't want more austerity. Nobody wants this. Sucks.
Racist comments we've seen throughout the course of her very brief campaign as the presidential nominee that she's been saying.
Barry, thank you for the gifted sub. Another one. Thank you so much.
That's a tired
Well,
old.
we still got a hype train going. Level 5. That's nuts. We got to level 11 last night in honor of women, and I think that was a big moment for the stream.
Playbook. She wants to move on. That is part of the effort to be seen as the candidate of change. Of course, that is the central challenge for her because she is a part of this administration, the Biden-Harris administration. So that, I'm told by Trump advisors, is a top goal of his, to essentially lump her into the challenges of the Biden-Harris administration. We will hear that a lot tomorrow evening, I believe, talking about inflation, talking about immigration. But Jake, even though this is a global audience, perhaps one of the most important audiences is right here in Pennsylvania. We spent some time in Bucks County, as you know, just outside Philadelphia, a pivotal swing county, talking to voters. Some are inclined to, support her if they learn more about her. So there's definitely an
Yeah, I mean, Kamala Harris needs to maximize her time informing people what she's going to do for them. That's my take.
Opportunity for her to fill in some of those blanks about her policy.
Put soda in the water fountains. That's all I'm saying. Radis Coeris, thank you for continuing your gifted sub. Thank you so much.
But there is no question she's arriving here in Philadelphia in about an hour or so. She'll be studying and practicing.
Thank you, chat, for the level 5 hype train. Thank you. All hype trains, I think, honor women in some way.
Again tonight. Jake, it's the biggest moment of her political life.
All right, Jeff Zeleny in Philly. Thanks so much. Let's bring.
What is Jake Tapper's tie? Is this Starry Night Batman? I hate this.
In the panel, Misha, let me say, it's not overblown to say this is the biggest moment of her political life. It's an incredibly consequential one, and there's still so much that people don't know about her. Voters don't know.
All women have just reached level 5. They now have missiles.
28% of likely voters in the New York Times Siena College poll say they feel like they need to learn more about her. The campaign today said the debate's a chance to introduce her to undecided voters. What does she need to do?
Well, it's no doubt that Kamala Harris has a much steeper ceiling to clear than Donald Trump has to. And I think that she has a couple things. She has to narrate her story. She has to help people to understand who she is outside of the shadow of being a part of the administration.
And Donald Trump has to highlight how she became a black person.
She also has to be that person who is willing to go on record and challenge Donald Trump where he needs to be challenged. We know that he has faced some scrutiny around his idea of tariffs, and that somehow being able to bring the tax funding that America needs to get a lot of things moving forward, like childcare. We know that that's not going to work. She has to call him out on January.
She should have been introducing herself. I know. She should be doing interviews. Hopefully she'll do more after the debate. But God only knows. It doesn't seem like a priority.
She has to be able to prosecute the case, so to speak. But she also has to narrate herself. And I think that in having to do both of those...
Well, Starren, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Oh my God. Thank you.
And delineate herself from some of the...
Women moment.
Negative commentary that he's made about her, irrespective to race and gender, because he said other things as well. Mm-hmm. She's in the spotlight. This is going to be her night, and she has a lot more of a steep hill to climb than Donald Trump does.
And Mark, the Harris campaign reluctantly agreed to the previously arranged debate rules of the microphones being muted when it's not your turn to speak. A new Trump War Room post claims that handlers for
Trump is going to drop the hard R at the debate. No, they're going to mute the mics. You're not going to hear it.
Kamala Harris, quote, have been downplaying expectations amid reports she's terrified after her last-minute attempts to change the rules failed. But it does seem...
Whoa, Big Pharma 69, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Thank you so much. Now that's how you heart women.
Kind of unwise to me. Like, why are they setting expectations for her low? Shouldn't they be building her up?
Well, I know she wants that viral moment, the I'm speaking moment that she had over and over and over again with then Vice President Pence, which she's not going to get. she's a very competent debater, and she is.
There it is.
And she is very, and she is very, as a
This guy's got the America-Israel pin.
prosecutor, obviously is a member of the Senate on the committees. I mean, she gave it to some of the nominees. So you've got to be ready. The problem is that she doesn't have the.
Because she can't lose. I hope that Kamala wins and every single Republican grifter falls asleep for a long time. Hank, Farry Zinner chatter. They, them, fent cart, fent cart, fent cart. Trussi, 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 Trump pussy.
Imagine this grown man saying Kamala will never go viral on live TV. Trussi.
Policy chops to A, defend and pivot away from her record with Joe Biden and explain to people why, even though she broke it, she's the one that should fix it.
Okay, so Alex, the Harris.
By the way, the Comrade Kamala line actually seems to be working. There was a poll that came out that said people view her as too liberal.
Campaign's going to run a new ad only tomorrow, only on Fox. It features clips of former Trump officials, including Vice President Pence, warning of the dangers of a second Trump presidency. A couple of the clips in this ad, by the way, were taken from The Lead. Here's a look.
Anyone who puts them...
Here, sorry, before we get into the stupid ads that are dumb. The poll, this is from the New York Times, the poll also hints that the Trump campaign has begun to fill in some of the blanks. Nearly half of voters say she's too liberal or progressive. Comrade Kamala is literally working because she doesn't have a counter message for it, and she's run to the middle, which happens every time. The worst thing you can accuse a Democrat of on the national stage or just in an election in general is being progressive, is being socialist. And then as a result, they reflexively they go, no, I'm not socialist. I'd rather die than be socialist. I'm actually a Republican. I actually want to ban abortion now. I want a Republican in my cabinet. I'm not too liberal. But guess what? That doesn't work. That never works. And it is... It is a time-honored strategy of the Republican Party to fake out their opponents and get them to self-destruct. And that's what I think is going to happen tomorrow. She's not outflanking Donald Trump on the left. No. She's going to say, I'm an institutionalist. I'm a Democrat. I am the swamp. You're just an outlier, radical individual, figurehead, which is true. That's I think the core of her argument. I have the experience. I have the record. I'm a prosecutor. You're a criminal. Women, girl boss. That's going to be the whole debate. No $15 minimum wage. No, actual housing affordability plan. Maybe she'll bring up the tax credit, the $25,000 for first-time homeowner down payment. Be great if she did. But we're going to get border czar. We're going to get, centrist Democrat policies. And we'll see what happens. Do you think we have any shot of reforming, or do you think abolitionist view is the way to go? About what? Just America? Abolish America. Yeah, I'm actually an America abolitionist. But for some people think, but for some reason people think tax credit thing is communism. It's not. I mean, Republicans call everything communism, which I've said before gives Democrats an excuse to do actual communism, because then what are they going to do? It just proves that they have no actual fight against real communism and just use it as a scapegoat. So if you all of a sudden were like, yeah, I am making a $25 minimum wage federally, they're going to be like, what the hell? That's communism. But people like that. But when you get accused of doing communism and then you start doing things people don't like, they don't suddenly think that's not communism. They think communism is austerity. And then liberals start doing more austerity to be like, no, look, we're not progressive. We suck. And then people are like, this sucks. I hate my life. Yeah, we're going to see Kamala tomorrow to avoid the Comrade Kamala allegations. She's not outflanking Donald Trump on the left because that means she would win. And Democrats have a careful game to play where even if they do win the election, they want to win it as weakly as possible. They want to lose. They want to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory when normally the inverse is what happens. So
himself over the Constitution should never be president of the United States. It should come as no surprise that I will not be endorsing Donald Trump this year.
His defense secretary.
Do you think Trump can be trusted with the nation's secrets ever again?
No. I mean, it's just irresponsible action that places our service members at risk, places our nation's security at risk.
This is why Trump goes, they have Trump derangement syndrome. They're crazy. Because it works. And the media does, like, treat Trump differently than they treat the institutional Republican Party. They make a lot of excuses for Republicans and ally with Republicans, like we're seeing on screen right now. Evil Republican operatives that worked for Donald Trump that are just like, well, you know, he's stupid and I don't like that. He shows people classified documents as a flex, and I think that's dangerous.
His national security advisor.
Donald Trump will cause a lot of damage. The only thing he cares about is Donald Trump.
And the nation's highest ranking military officer.
About to change my username? Oh, okay. New username Raven.
We don't take an oath to a king or a queen or to a tyrant or a dictator. And we don't take an oath to a wannabe dictator.
Do you think Fox viewers will be swayed by that?
No.
Well, the fact is they're only hoping to sway one particular Fox viewer by playing it in Mar-a-Lago the day of the debate. This is some debate day gamesmanship here by the Harris campaign. And because they're not showing this in swing states, at least not right now, so it's not meant to persuade voters. What it's meant to do is try to get in Donald Trump's head, because Kamala Harris's campaign, they want the Donald Trump of the 2020 debates, you know, especially that first debate.
They want to provoke him. They want him to come out swinging, and I don't think they're going to fail at provoking him. I think he's going to try to come out hot. I think he wants to prove that he's right in saying that she's, you know, low IQ and stupid. I think he's pretty desperate to make that point because if, you know, for whatever reason, it doesn't seem like she's stupid, it's going to make him look stupid. Because he's been calling her stupid for, you know, 2 months.
Where he appeared at times unhinged, angry, a loose cannon. They want to make him, you know, dangerous, a risky bet. And the same New York Times poll showed that some voters really thought that Trump was the riskier choice, even though they actually wanted him and they preferred him on the issue of change.
You were talking about how Kamala Harris needs to fill in some of the blanks. She tried to do that last night. Her website put up some policies for the first time. The border immigration section says in part, quote, she knows that our immigration system is broken and needs comprehensive reform that includes strong border security and an earned pathway to citizenship. Our friend Alex here posted on Twitter that this section was vague beyond the bipartisan border bill. She's committed to...
Y'all F with a new user or no? Time Machine to 2009. I'll call you Time Machine for short. The Machine.
Back. Do you think she needs to offer more substance there?
No, I think that she offered what could be offered at this point. We know that the bipartisan bill ended up dying at the behest of Donald Trump, giving a call to members of the House Republican caucus. But I think that what we've seen...
Just do $15 minimum wage and you win? Yeah. It's almost like that's what they did in 2020. And then they won. And then they didn't do that. And now we're facing the political repercussions of it. I personally think it is. If they started saying $15 minimum wage, I think Trump would be like, why didn't you do it in 2020? Why didn't you fire the Senate parliamentarian like I did? Because he did. And they didn't fire the Senate parliamentarian that blocked $15 minimum wage from entering the Senate. They didn't do that. They gave up the fight when the Senate parliamentarian said no. But you can fire that person. And they didn't. The Biden administration chose not to. Probably in the name of bipartisanship or something stupid. But also, it just shows that they didn't really care about $15 minimum wage. So Kamala Harris even talking about that opens up a can of worms for her that I think is honestly dangerous. So it's great. It's really cool. It's cool that we can't talk about things that are beneficial to people because of the record of the current administration. Like, that's why we're in the current space that we're in the election. That's why Donald Trump is popular again.
From this administration that Kamala Harris still happens to be a part of is one that was willing to work.
Democrats need to do mean politics again? Yeah, I can't remember when they ever did that.
With Republicans.
Maybe the 30s.
To establish not only stronger security restrictions at the border, but also to acknowledge that there has to be a humanitarian approach to this, irrespective of what we saw from the governor of Texas and several others. But with that being said, we recognize that, the polling nationally as to what's happening at our southern border, as well as to the cities where many of these individuals were sent to.
Is it mean or being good at your job? Democrats being good at their job, I think, means losing. Like, that's just like how the party wants to operate. I don't know.
We're talking Chicago, New York, so on and so forth. Those individuals were
like, Democrats don't see losing elections as actually losing. I don't know. It is an oxymoron, but it's like, for some reason that doesn't connect to them. They don't want power. They don't. They just want to prevent Donald Trump from gaining power.
We're very upset. And I think that there is a leaning in from the Democratic Party as well as from Kamala Harris on what can also be done in those cities that have experienced housing issues and other issues related to migrants who are not a part of border towns who were sent there. She's leaning in on that conversation, but she also recognizes that Congress plays a major role here. She tried to work with them.
They like losing because they can keep saying they're the underdogs. Yeah, I know. While working with the Republicans exclusively.
Republicans need to step up as well.
What advice would you give Donald Trump? Because, there is a gender dynamic, man, woman, and a man yelling at a woman is different than a man yelling at a man in the perception of many voters. Do you think that he should dial it down a little, or, Katie bar the door, do whatever you want to do?
Well, I think the format also encourages or discourages that kind of intercourse, because you're not asking questions to each other.
Intercourse? Ew.
You're not being able to interrupt and break in on each other. And so I think he just needs to keep reminding people about her policies, including the new policy, which I will translate. I'll Project 2025 it. That was amnesty. So she just called for amnesty.
The pathway to citizenship.
The pathway to citizenship. That's amnesty.
What? No, it's not. That's not the same thing. Amnesty is immediate. Stop. This is so awful. I hate America. I hate Republicans.
DACA was technically supposed to
Yeah,
help.
he does mean discourse. He just said intercourse.
To attribute to that as well. This is not for individuals who are here trying to, make it through the asylum process.
You keep going on the policy. You keep focusing on the results. He has the advantage that people remember things were more affordable. The border was more secure when he was in office.
It's just not how anything works. Okay. So, debate prep. It all ends tomorrow. My expectations could not be lower for Kamala Harris's performance. There was a time where I was excited. No longer. What I am excited for
to work in his White House
is the big, beautiful former president. The big, beautiful former president. She's cooked. I don't even know if it means she's going to lose. She's just not going to do well. The media will rehabilitate her for whatever happens, but I think in the moment, she's just going to play to the center, and it's not going to work. And Donald Trump will look very familiar debating an institutional Democrat like he did in 2016. I don't know. There's a Lord of the Rings stage musical. That's cool.
Now those people have a warning for America. Trump is not fit to be president again. Here's his vice president.
Anyone who puts himself over the Constitution should never be president of the United States. Don't take an oath to a wannabe dictator.
Take it from the people who knew him best. Donald Trump is a danger to our troops and our democracy. We can't let him lead our country again.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Well, that ad from the Harris campaign is set to air on Fox News tomorrow, Debate Day. Let's bring into our conversation Claire McCaskill at the table. Also joining us, White House reporter for the Washington Post, Tyler Pager's here. Tyler, I want to read from your great reporting. You write this: Harris spent most of the past 4 days ensconced in Pittsburgh's Omni William Penn Hotel for an intensive debate camp. Her aides created a mock setup to mimic the layout of the debate studio, cast a veteran Donald Trump stand-in to unleash harsh attacks and offensive comments, and put the vice...
That's really funny to imagine a fake Donald Trump just like throwing out insults at Kamala Harris to practice.
President through hours...
You're stupid. You're very stupid. Shut up. You're stupid. Like, what's the worst they were preparing for? Did he do the voice?
With our capital, it looks like
She's got to stay composed. It's got to be accurate to the simulation. Release the tapes.
Hours of rehearsed questions.
Comrade Kamala, you're communist.
Those are
you're
tactics.
Communist.
What
Shut
is
up.
the strategy?
Yeah, I think there's two things that they're really trying to achieve here. One is a recognition that many voters are still getting acquainted with Kamala Harris. She's not a known quantity the way Joe Biden or Donald Trump is. So they recognize that tomorrow night she's going to have to intersperse her answers with elements of her biography, particularly her time before serving as vice president. So they want to give her an opportunity to continue to introduce herself and her...
She should have Ethan be the practice Trump. I would love that. I would love to be the practice Trump.
Record, what they say, of accomplishment in California as a prosecutor, as attorney general, but also talk about her agenda.
She ruled
They're hoping
California.
that
She
Harris is
ruled
able
it.
to create a clear contrast with Donald Trump on key issues, particularly abortion and the
BBC, big beautiful chart. He's got to sleep with that chart. Good God.
economy, but sort of do that in tandem with talking about her biography and present what they say is, in her slogan, a new way forward, paint Donald Trump as someone that's trying to bring the country backward at the tail end of an era, or Kamala Harris, younger, the first female
She's
president.
definitely going to hit the "we're not going back" line to his face, I think. Okay. Sorry, chat. I passed away for a minute. I'm back, though. I got better.
A woman of
Jake
color
Fapper.
trying to usher in a new generation of leadership for the country.
We know what Trump will do, because he doesn't do a lot of new things, and we've seen this maybe 3 times now. He will paint her as being soft on crime and a San Francisco liberal. He will have granular
Rose
details about heinous crimes likely committed by people in the country illegally and blame her for them. And I could see him throwing in some smears about...
And blame immigrants for them, even though there were only 24 murders in 2023 or something like that. 24 or 27. Less than 30 murders in 2023 committed by immigrants.
The withdrawal from Afghanistan, which is only put in motion because of a deal he negotiated, and but for the interventions of some of his national security team would have done so at Camp David on 9/11. What's the strategy for dealing with all?
Oh yeah, he was supposed to withdraw from Afghanistan before his presidency ended. I forgot about that. I literally forgot about that. He was supposed to do it on 9/11, and then he was like, never mind. I'll do it later. Because the, military-industrial complex didn't want him to do it.
All that.
And I mean, I didn't think he was ever going to do it. I think he was just going to keep pushing it back.
Yeah, I think there's some frustration in Harris world about that, because that's this fight over the microphones. They wanted Kamala Harris to be able to interject, interrupt, try to redirect Trump when he says things that are not true, and they expect him fully to be doing that.
Oh yeah,
and so
9/11 is the day after the debate. There's definitely going to be a question about it. Remember when Trump called it 7/11? Remember when Trump said Muslims were cheering on the rooftops of New Jersey when 9/11 happened?
That's one thing that they've been frustrated about, is that they feel that she may not be able to be as effective in pushing back and countering some of those lies or falsehoods or things that she wants to push back on. So in conversations I've had with people close to Harris and her campaign, they say that she's going to try to balance both of those things. When she has an opportunity to speak, to correct some of the most outlandish claims that Trump makes, but not try to get too bogged down, because trying to fight Trump's lies or mistruths is a losing effort a lot of the time. And we've seen that as Trump has done interviews with mainstream journalists, as he's debated other candidates. Trying to fact check him in real time is quite difficult. So they're hoping she's able to do that at times, but also not get too bogged down and go on the attack as well.
Claire, I mean, the attacks that Trump will launch tomorrow write themselves. We could write them here and probably get 90% close to exactly what he's going to say. Again, he's not capable of newness, just new lows. It feels like we know he'll attack her on just crime for being a San Francisco liberal. She's the prosecutor. He's the one accused of crimes.
Yeah, he's going to say she destroyed San Francisco.
He's also someone who put two
someone died behind the camera.
Felons back on the street with his own personal pardons, who went on to beat their wives. I mean, his record on crime is a real vulnerability if people know about it.
Well, I think she has an opportunity, Nicole, to explain to people about the reality of evidence. You know, she's got credibility as a prosecutor. Our entire criminal justice system operates on evidence. Evidence that has to meet a certain rigor. There's evidence you can object to for all kinds of reasons. She understands this. Donald Trump has no evidence of any wrongdoing in the election. There is evidence, however, of his supporters attacking police.
Why are we talking about January 6th in the election all of a sudden? We were talking about crime, lady.
Officers, they've been convicted. There is evidence of him committing crimes. He's been convicted and been found.
Do we make a bingo card for the debate? No, I'll do it tomorrow before. I'll be live before the debate.
Liable. And if he is abandoning the concept of evidence, he is abandoning the Constitution. And I think she's got a real, I think she could do this in a really clever way. And if I know her, she will, saying that, you know, we can't just lie. We have to have evidence. We have to have facts. That's the only way we move forward. I also think she
symmetry of expectations.
I do think she's suffering from high expectations and Trump from low expectations. That's not a good way to go into a debate. And we all know what he's capable of. He's capable of dragging the debate down to a place that, frankly, is ugly and is where snakes' bellies hang out. And so it is. I think that's really hard. You know, I also think that she has to separate herself
The fuck did she say?
a little bit from Joe Biden. And that's tricky because you don't want to be disrespectful of Joe Biden. But she needs to be the new kid on the block. She needs to. And here's the disadvantage Trump has.
Walk to the polls. Pokemon Go to the polls. I don't know who made Pokemon Go. The full clip, the full quote is so funny. It's, I don't know who made Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to make Pokemon go to the polls. I'm trying to figure it out. How do we make Pokemon go to the polls? How do we make them make it? Pokemon go to the... Nintendo has to make it. We're gonna make them.
Everybody knows the vice president.
Pikachu use register to vote. See, that just feels like something the Democratic Party would say now.
President doesn't have real power.
On TikTok.
Everybody knows that. I mean, the role is a diminishing role because they have no power. They go where the president tells them to go. They do what the president tells them to do. But she didn't really have power to influence policy. And I think she needs to stress that she now will have the power to direct policy in a way that she never has before.
How do we make them make it? Show me to me. I know Bulbasaur is a registered Republican. Oh my god. Bulbasaur. No. Alright. Well, chat. Fox News is, Ooh, nope, this is the project. Hello. Fox News is fucking celebrating. They're having victory laps because they've been having the greatest fucking media cycle since Kamala swapped out as she's moved to the right and allowed them to corner her on multiple positions. And we know for a fact that Donald Trump is such a TV head, such a TV watcher, TV enjoyer, that he loves Fox News. He gets his talking points from Fox News. So it's great. It's great. I'm so glad that the borders is a narrative that stuck. We didn't have to continue. This didn't have to be the Bordazar election, chat. We didn't have to keep hearing Bordazar for the rest of the year, but we're going to. We're going to.
Hello, everyone. This is Outnumbered. I'm Kayleigh McEnany. Here's my co-host, Harris Faulkner and Emily Campagna.
I think Harris Faulkner is leaving Fox News, by the way. God only knows where she's going. Probably doing some weird independent thing like Don Lemon and... who else is doing that? God, there's a bunch of journalists. I mean, like Glenn Klippenstein. Not that he was like a main TV guy, but like, what's another one? I can't think of one off the top of my head. But all kinds of, yeah, Tucker Carlson style.
Also joining us, Fox News contributor and the Federalist editor-in-chief, Molly Hemingway. And Fox News national correspondent, Griff Jenkins.
Griff Jenkins. What a lineup.
We begin with brand new polling showing former President Trump pulling ahead of Vice President Kamala Harris. Maybe a sign that her momentum has stalled.
Yup.
New York Times Siena College poll shows Trump leads.
Who could have foreseen, except every leftist? Every leftist on Twitch could have foreseen this, and probably did. Mike from PA, Gremlow, Sean, Hassan. I mean, God, everybody was like, average Joes were like, man, I like that Tim Walz guy and all the cool progressive stuff he's done. Wouldn't we want that all for the whole country? Can we turn America into Minnesota? Because it's also a state with very similar demographics to the broader population, coincidentally. Please, please, please.
Leading Harris by 1 point.
We don't want any of that. We don't want America to become Minnesota. We want America to be Florida. Enjoy Florida world.
Super tight race. And the new polls show Trump also remains popular with a 46% approval rating. That's big. Better than.
So it's really insane considering his political career. None of the actual outcomes, none of his actual policy matters at all. I mean, it's the same thing. Both terms of Ronald Reagan were like this. Everyone loved him anyway, even liberals.
Where he stood in either of his last two presidential campaigns. And this poll is being called one of Trump's most overlooked.
He's probably, chat, I would bet money on Donald Trump bringing this up tomorrow. Remember this poll. This just came out. You know he saw this. Too liberal, too progressive. It's working. Comrade Kamala is working.
Advantages. Voters see Trump as closer to the center.
44%, dude. They view Trump as closer to the center. Mass deportation now, baby. That's a centrist position in America.
Then Harris. And nearly half of all voters say that Harris is too liberal or progressive. That explains all of her
It's because there's no counter messaging. There's no softening of progressive language. They just run away from it. This is what happens when you run away from progressive policy and you run to the middle and you start saying, you know what, I love austerity. I love means testing. Welcome back, Joe Biden. As a communist, I love Kamala Harris and her policies. You might not be a communist.
Flopping. Those policies, they simply won't get her to the White House. But just ask Bernie Sanders. He seems to know this.
We did.
You have described Vice President Kamala Harris as a progressive.
Dude, I didn't even want to watch this. It's so depressing. Bernie Sanders on Meet the Press just like hanging on for dear life by a thread, spending his last days. Hey, what is that? Ronan. Hey. I'm going to destroy you. Hey, go lay down. Stop it. You're just loud and annoying. Hey, where are you? Come here. Go lay down. Hey, bonk, bonk, bonk. Go to your place. Hey, no. Yeah, get your baby. Eat it. Stay. Anyway. Why? Why can't we have peace and progress? Why can't we have joy and love and acceptance? How fucked up are you to want to vote for the psychopathic bigot? I mean, chat. They don't see, like, the psychopathic bigotry is what they think is helping them. Ronan, give him second dinner? Yeah, that would make him feel better. Bernie Sanders is spending his last days on Earth defending Joe Biden in the Kamala Harris campaign, which is adopting Joe Biden's policies.
Brian.
Will Bernie's soul be reincarnated? I don't know.
Simon Grandad, let's retire. We can watch golf and drink beer. Also rewards have gotten more expensive. Let's protect.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders needs to be retiring to his third house. His third 700 square feet summer house, his cabin in Vermont, the liberals on MSNBC called a mansion to try to call him a fake socialist. An angel has lost his wings. You can see it in him. He looks tired.
Aggressive. She has previously.
He could be ending his second term as we speak. But no.
Supported Medicare for all now. She did
700 square feet. I don't know if that's how big it was, but it was just like a tiny cabin. He owned a home in Vermont because you have to be senator. He owned a home in D.C. because, you know, you travel back and forth. And then he had a family cabin in Vermont in like a rural area that was like a summer home. But it was like a tiny, tiny, like single floor cabin that had just been in his family. He wasn't even like renting it out or anything. It was just for the summer or for maybe it was winter. I don't know. It was just like a vacation home, but like an old school one, not like a real actual vacation home. It's just like a shitty old cabin that Bernie Sanders probably built in the 1700s.
Is not. She's previously supported a ban on fracking. Now she
Sounds
does.
like he was only capitalistic because America forces you. Owning property is not capitalistic. I mean, it's not like... It's colonialist? Not... Maybe when Bernie Sanders first landed on the Mayflower it was. In his 30s. Yeah, a shelter isn't capital. Even if it's not a house that you, like, necessarily own. You can't just opt out of capitalism? I know. You don't have any choice. You can't, not only did you not fall from a coconut tree, you can't go back in the coconut tree. Some property is capital, some is not. It depends on how you use it. If you're renting out a house, then it is. It becomes capital because you're using it as an income source. But if it's just an empty house, that's not capital. It's just an empty house.
It's not. These, Senator, are ideas that you have campaigned on. Do you think that she is abandoning her progressive ideals?
I wonder why she would be doing that. It's almost like it's almost like the second she listed even remotely progressive, very popular economic policy, like the $20,000 first-time homeowners loan, or not even loan, credit. The media ripped her apart. The New York Times did a hit piece. The Washington Post, Jeff Bezos owned, coincidentally, did a hit piece on her campaign. Is that Bernie? Yeah. This is what years of defending Joe Biden's foreign policy with regard to Israel and Kamala Harris's campaign will do to you. Yay. Thank you. Looks good. Vegetable roast. Yep. Just looking at Biden will make you age faster. Biden may have siphoned some of Bernie Sanders' life force to stay alive through the rest of the year. If he lives beyond the election, that's why.
No, I don't think she's abandoning her ideals. I think she's trying to be pragmatic and doing what she thinks is right in order to win the election.
Republicans everywhere rejoiced with that soundbite. Look, Molly, this reminded me of the Etch-a-Sketch comment from the scene.
Oh, hi, Luna. I didn't even know she was in here. Hi. She was hoping I dropped something. You're crazy.
Your advisor to the Romney campaign, where he said a general election campaign is not just sketch. You shake it up and you change everything. And he got widely derided for that. That is essentially the same thing. He's saying she's still liberal progressive. She's just hiding it. And it bears asking all of the American public, does she still support all of this? We'll scroll at her 2019 policies. Medicare for all, banning fracking. The list goes on. Medicare, Green New Deal.
She almost just said Medicare for all again. How do you do that? You just said it.
List.
Well, first off, I think it's worth pointing out that she hasn't actually changed her positions on anything according to her own speaking. She's had anonymous sources in her campaign come out to compliant reporters and claim she has changed her long-held, consistently held positions from when she was Attorney General of California, when she was senator, when she was running for vice president, or even as vice president. So she's got a lot of consistency. But it is true that she's willing to say almost anything to get elected. And my favorite example of this is actually back in 2020, when in the Democrat primary debate, you might recall, she called President Biden a horrific racist. She was asked about it on...
This is like literally a premeditated media plan. This is like an organized effort to criticize her from going too far left and then call her a hypocrite when she runs to the middle, predictably, like every Democrat does. This is why Hassan and I and every other leftist were saying, don't run to the middle, don't run to the right, don't adopt right-wing policies on immigration, because it's a trap. This is not the fight that we should be having. They want to ban abortion. What are we doing right now? God damn.
On a late night show later, and she said, they were like, why would you be on the same ticket as someone who you said was this horrible person? And she kept saying it was just a debate. So she has this track record of being willing to say whatever is needed, but I think voters should probably look at what her...
Yeah, Medicare for All is fucking horrible. I love private health insurance. I need it. If you took away my private health insurance, I'd be pissed.
Actual policies have been over the course of the election.
And to that end, Emily, she finally put up a policy page on her website. But if you were wanting specifics, you just don't get them. For example, when she talks about environmental...
Trump's policy website, like number 3 is like prevent World War III, and it doesn't elaborate at all.
Justice. She doesn't talk about fracking. When she talks about the border, she doesn't mention decriminalizing border crossings. Now, she's flip-flopped verbally, but why not commit to that on your website?
Well, because I think, frankly, the campaign and she lack the intellectual depth to do so. Frankly, I think she couldn't have that conversation honestly in any type of detail, nor clearly can her campaign, because all that they have focused on, to Molly's point, is redefining her in sound.
Wow. It's always slippery slope when it's gun rights, but never slippery slope when it's giving ground to the right. Yeah, of course. Bipartisanship is good. The media says this. They manufacture consent for bipartisanship. And they want... I mean, it's people literally ask for it. They encourage it. Sick.
Soundbite increments that will resonate with young voters and people whose votes can be bought. But the reality is that most people feel they can't be bought, because right now they can't even buy groceries. They can't buy baby formula. They remember back to the horrific things we've suffered under this administration and those that she has promised. So I think moving forward, what these polls show are that race to define her.
We got some fresh vegetables, some potatoes from the Mennonites. Roasted them up. It's good.
That her campaign is losing, and it's therefore incumbent upon the Trump campaign to fill in the gap. As she talks about environmental justice, to say, well, we don't know what that means, but here we're going to talk to you about conservation. And here's what that means. Here's what that looks like. Here's the indigenous tribes that agree with us. You know, they need to fill in those gaps that her talking points aim to call in with people, but it's ineffective because it's based on nothing. So to me, this just shows her entire situation is fractured.
Well, you mentioned Trump, and Griff, if I'm the Trump campaign, I'm feeling really good this morning, not just because of this New York Times Siena poll, but I was digging through some of the numbers on Real Clear Politics, and I want to put this up. This is where nationally Real Clear Politics stands. You'll see there Harris has a 1.4% advantage, but compare that to...
Oh, my God. This is rough, man.
Biden. 7.5% advantage. Compare that to Hillary, 2.7% advantage. Flip to Pennsylvania, where it is a tie. Look at the advantage. She's running behind Biden by 4.5 points. She's running behind Clinton by 6.5 points. She's not standing up to the numbers her predecessors put up.
Probably a Republican poll. I don't know what Real Clear Politics is, but it's not Rasmussen. Might be a little conservative, but I mean, what? What? It's a troll. I'm eating dinner. Wait, oh, this guy? Oh, shit. Aren't you anti-Bernie? I thought you love him? Are you, Jarvis and Jordan, still friends? Bro, where are you getting your information? What is going on? I don't fucking know. I'm a dumbass, bro. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not anti-Bernie in like the broader sense at all. He's my favorite senator, but you don't have a lot of good choices there. Bernie is still as Zionist as any other Democrat, which is bad. Harris has a 1.3% advantage right now. See, that's within the margin of error. So she might as well not have any advantage. And there are some states that she should not be doing as badly as she is. Pennsylvania, I don't even know what's going to happen. Pennsylvania is necessary. I mean, if she doesn't win Pennsylvania, she just doesn't win. This is so bad. Please crop out their faces. I'm scared. But yeah, Bernie Sanders is just as Zionist as any other Democrat, and will, you know, even though he will talk all his shit about the military-industrial complex, he has very little smoke for Israel's use of it. It's just unfortunate.
Well, that's a great point, Kaylee, and there's a lot to be excited about if you're the Trump campaign. But I think the thing that they may also be happy about is that...
Wait, I guess my point is, just because I'm criticizing a politician doesn't mean I don't like anything they've ever done. But, you know, Bernie Sanders not calling out Kamala Harris for betraying her initially progressive values, obviously he's just falling in line with the Democratic Party. But there's a contradiction there that people don't like. Whether it's Fox News or whether it's leftists like myself, there's a flip-flop. People see it. You can't just say it's not there. If she flipped back and instead went hard on progressivism, you could at least talk about policy and not be talking about flip-flopping, because people don't want to talk about fucking centrist austerity measures. They want to talk about big, progressive, sweeping legislation. It's so annoying. And when people ask, because I'm not a Trump supporter, are you a fan of Biden Harris? You should be a fan of any politician. I mean, not fucking... You shouldn't be a fan of any politician in America, that's for fucking sure. If we had politicians that were actually, like, decent people and, like, consistently good, then, you know, maybe there'd be something to it.
Across this polling in the New York Times...
You could, like, actually admire them, but, you know, no.
Is that Americans don't know who she is. Is she the progressive liberal that espoused all those things in 2019 in the primary? Is she the centrist? Bernie Sanders perhaps said the quiet part out loud there. Her values haven't changed, by the way. That's the only thing she said in one interview she's done since she became the nominee. But
Which
when
is
you
such
look
a
at
non-answer, like, how do you do one interview for 16 minutes with your VP and still not give any solid answers to anything other than the arms embargo? That's never happening.
that poll, 28% said they needed to know more about her, compared to only 9% said they needed to know more about Trump, which means they don't really know where she stands. As you point out, that policy page is as vague as can be. There's no real specifics to dig into. And I think the most damning number in that poll, by the way, is 56% of voters said that Harris does not represent major change. So she tried to separate herself from any specifics to not nail her down, to be the candidate of change, and yet now more than half of the voters in that poll say we don't see her as a change candidate.
You know, I see so much irony in what you're saying. So Donald Trump now is the candidate for change, and the change is what he had that was working. The change is what people have already seen. And that's ironic, because usually people want you to imagine what it would be like if it were them, and that's what she's trying to do. You don't really have to imagine with him. You can hate the posts and the tweets and blah, 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 but you got to love those gas prices. You got to love those food prices. You got to love a guy who's got a plan for tackling inflation that actually is about tackling inflation.
And to that point, 51% in that same poll did see Trump as major change candidate.
Sorry, but the women on Fox News look scary. They look so fake. There's definitely a style guide. Women definitely have some kind of very strict dress code, both within the DNC, as we saw, and also within like Fox News and the Republican Party.
Don't be rude.
They have to look a certain way. They really do. I don't know why. I mean, it's probably the case with men, but I have a feeling it's more explicitly enforced, or at least explicitly outlined when it comes to women.
URL Ethan, please play some of the 8-minute glorp or you will resort to violence.
8-minute glorp? Hell no. Not too much. We got stuff to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating. Change to what worked. Real quickly, you
I
had
love
that
crude
scroll
oil,
on
drill, baby,
before,
drill.
and I caught it, the very first item, starting ICE, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, from scratch.
Harris Faulkner looks like a Hunger Games character.
This
So does Kayleigh McEnany.
a woman who failed at the border. You want her to take one of the infrastructures of keeping us safe in America, the Customs Enforcement Department, and we can have all sorts of talks and arguments about how much stronger they need to be, especially right
Oh, my
now
God.
with millions of illegal immigrants unaccounted for,
Have Brian
particularly
kill me.
children in this country, and potential sex trafficking victims there. But the bottom line is that who you want, starting something from scratch that has something to do with national security? And where is she on foreign policy? That's another one of those rails that affects national security. I don't think, and look, maybe she can cook. She's been talking a lot about food. Keep your cooking from scratch in the kitchen for all of us, because I wouldn't be doing it either. I'm not the Harris who's running either. But come on, we need somebody who can tell us, articulate exactly what it's going to look like, not build customs enforcement from scratch.
Yeah, Molly, I do want to pull up that change number that's been mentioned repeatedly. And you see it here. So more than 60% of voters want change, and only 25% say Harris represents the change, 53% say Trump does. The reason I want to focus on
Is she
this
cooking, chat? She's burning the food. No. Hell no.
is because, look, run away from the Biden legacy. If I'm Kamala Harris, my job on that stage is not to create a legacy for Biden that doesn't exist. It's to win an election. And that means saying, I stood up to him here, I stood up to him there.
Yeah.
This is where he is wrong. It means being tough. I don't think she could do that.
Well, I mean, she's got a very difficult situation here with this debate that she's going into. She has to run against everything she's ever said or done as an elected official. She's also got to run against her current administration. She's the incumbent. And that effort that has definitely been made to sort of bamboozle the American public into thinking she's not the incumbent has clearly failed, probably because the American people are not stupid. And then she also has to run against Donald Trump. I think we really can't understate how dramatic these New York Times poll results are. You know, you pointed out what was happening 4 years ago. This New York Times Siena poll 4 years ago had Biden up 8 points. She's down 1. I mean, that's a 9-point spread.
So
and you
bad.
remember 2016 and 2020 were essentially tied elections. One that Trump narrowly won and one that Trump narrowly lost. If she's running 8 points behind her predecessor, that's extremely
Brian
bad news
Kilmeade.
and explains why Democrats are in a bit of panic mode today.
Yeah, that's well said. I mean, I think it's Trump's election to lose. It's Kamala Harris's debate that she must win tomorrow. She has to win it. So,
Well, Republicans would never admit that she won, even if Donald Trump passed away on stage. That just wouldn't happen. I'm Brian Kilmeade.
we'll see.
Hey,
We're gonna hit new critical levels of Brian Kilmeade tomorrow. I already know. I'm preparing. I'm letting everyone know. It's gonna be bad. Do we get Gordon as a treat? Oh, okay. People have been asking for the Keating Hotel. Let's take a Gordon break, and then I'd like to jump onto this Project 2025 training video. We must become certified to rig elections for Donald Trump. But first, tonight on Hotel Hell.
Tonight on Hotel Hell, imagine if a teenage boy designed a hotel. It would look like a Ferrari.
The Tim Pool Hotel.
Red. There'd be a chocolate pizza on the menu.
It's like someone's wiped their ass with my dough.
And there'd be hot waitresses with super short skirts. Well, this is the Keating Hotel.
Looks like a nightclub out there with those ropes.
It might seem like a teenager's dream, but
Relax.
it's actually the twisted vision of a grown man. And for the staff who work here,
I'm at the end of my rope.
I have my days numbered here.
it's a living hell.
Jesus Christ. Call 911. Urgently.
He's died. Gordon killed him.
San Diego, California, is one of the top 5 vacation destinations in the US and is home to the Keating Hotel, which lies in the heart of the city's buzzing
It's
gaslamp
Hotel
quarter.
Hell, baby. Tiger King SB. Oh yeah, I think they had to replace the music. It sounds like some YouTube studio free beats, copyright free, royalty free music type beat that's like built in. I've had to use that sometimes too. It's very annoying when you have to do that. Is it pitched up? No, it's not even like official. I think it's just. It sounds like the background to like a Home Depot commercial, but not the Home Depot theme. I was talking about the tiger in the video. Oh yeah. Oh shit. There's a new Chimp Crazy. I haven't seen it yet. Is it the last one? No spoilers.
Buenos Aires at the desk. This is Christos. How may I be
I
of
love
service?
Chimp Crazy. Good ass show.
The hotel is the brainchild of local property developer Eddie Kane. Everything about the place is just...
No, I can't stream it. It's a new show. I'll get copyright claimed. Jeff Bezos will find me. Or Mike Ziklag or whatever, the CEO of Max.
That's the way he likes it.
The Keating was my vision. I was at the Ferrari dealer looking at cars, and it kind of just hit me. Why not have the Ferrari of hotels?
But this 35-room boutique hotel is far from living up to guest expectations.
Oh my gosh.
Eddie pitches this as the Ferrari of hotels, but
It feels like a hospital, sterile almost.
this is all style and no substance.
I feel like it's a jail. Like I don't
Oh,
want to take my
no.
shoes off, ever.
This is not exactly luxury.
It's a prison. That's
Eddie hired a sports car design company and sank millions into the interior design, but he spent peanuts on things the hotel really needs.
Let's not use this machine.
He spent penis on things the hotel really needs. This is like an Andrew Tate-ass hotel, bro.
For the sheets because it has rust in the back.
I know he said
Making
peanuts,
life
it
a
just
misery
sounded
for
like
his
penis.
guests and his staff.
I have zero resources. Pretty much everything there is to do here, I do it. How glamorous is this? It's a hell operations here, to be honest.
Eddie's constantly adding ideas he's seen elsewhere, but that's hurting the hotel and the restaurant.
I believe our menu is a fucking joke. It's like 4 pages long, which
Oh,
are all
no.
favorites of Eddie's, but we're not feeding a fucking million different Eddies. We're feeding different people.
Ah, gross.
At the end of the day, I am the owner, right? If there's something I want on the menu, chef's gonna do it.
Yeah, I think I pissed them off.
Eddie will come in and say, I want a chicken parm slider on the menu. I had one in New York, and I say yes. I have
Why?
stopped being proud of my food.
The hotel is millions of dollars in debt and struggling to fill the rooms. So I have my work cut
You're like,
out
no,
for me
dude, what do
if
you
I'm going to get this
mean?
place back on track.
We're
Can't
losing
just
a lot of
change
money.
the menu.
It's a nightmare.
But
The
you
chef
should be able
has
to handle
build.
that.
What people don't understand about restaurants is that if you have a professional chef, like a real chef, you literally have to let the chef do their job. The chef builds the menu. You know what I mean? Like, let the chef do it. Don't just come in and change it. It's stupid. You could literally be a landlord with a hotel and never have to show up if you run it right. It's just stupid. It's just like
Eddie knows he's losing.
it's ego. You want your like little fingies and everything when the key to being a successful business owner in America is being fucking lazy. And then saying you're hardworking. Not actually, micromanaging. No managing. Collecting money.
Losing money. I just don't think he knows how to fix it.
I don't have any hope that things will get better. If anything works around here, it's because of pure dumb luck.
Yeah, and businesses can coast for a very long time like this if they have substantial initial investments. And this guy clearly has money. He's like keeping it running. Landlord brain is terminal. It's like, landlord brain works, but it's like what they want, but they still can't do it. It's the easiest thing in the world. You just have to learn how to delegate. You just have to make decisions. You just have to be a boss. But nobody knows how to like actually employ and manage people when they think they do. Like people think it's just like a natural skill when it's something that you have to like learn how to do. And it's something that you learn from experience and communication. And there's, you know, professional schools of communication as an employer. I mean, whatever. It's just like there's so many moving parts to owning a business like this. But if you do it right, you don't have to do anything. That's the like main goal. But these guys just can't let go.
There it is. The Keating.
Yeah, and then they don't hire proper people. They hire their friends or people who have never worked in a hotel. How can you fuck up being a capital owner? Dude, you would look at Elon Musk, man. Like I talked about it very briefly in my new video from a couple days ago, but the amount of money that Elon Musk lost, he lost like multiple billions on Twitter. Like we actually finally know for a fact like the numbers, or at least like the range, because the Twitter stock is private now. But I mean, dude. Here. Oh, this doesn't have Elon on it. Elon Musk. Minus $24.12 billion. He bought it for 33.5. He bought the whole company for $33.5 billion, and he has lost $24.12 billion just from Twitter. Money isn't real when you're this rich either. It's just like, I mean, this is like serious because this is, you know, it's the majority of the investment that he made. But like, it just disappeared because he, you know, scared away all the advertisers by unbanning people like Alex Jones. Like, he fails to understand that Alex Jones was not censored for political reasons, but financial ones. And he has lost those financial opportunities by uncensoring him. That's the free market. What do you want? Now it's called X, and who would have guessed you lost $24 billion? It's just like an impossible amount of money. Like, I just can't believe it. Jack Dorsey lost almost $1 billion alone. Sequoia Capital, $500 million. Vi Capital, $500 million. Just Binance, $360 million. L. Like, these are just devastating losses. The Saudi prince, very normal, very not suspicious.
Wow, looks nice on the outside.
Wow.
Beautiful. Jesus, is that a dog outside? Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Is that a model dog or is he real?
No, she's real.
What's her name? Smudge. My God, she's ugly.
Gordon.
Looks like a nightclub out there with those ropes. How are we?
Hello, how are you?
Good to see you.
She's ugly. He's such a hater. It's just a Boston Terrier.
Don't be rude.
How do you say that?
Smudge. My God,
Aww.
she's ugly.
You so mean.
Looks like a nightclub out there with those ropes. How are we?
Dude, what is this nasty chair? What'd you say?
That's some shit I would do.
She's ugly. That is something like. Oh, did he say lovely?
Ugly.
No.
What's her name? Smudge. My God, she's ugly.
No, he did not say lovely. Ugly. I think she's cute.
Looks like a nightclub out there with those ropes. How are we?
Hello, how are you?
Good to see you.
There's a lot of red.
God, what a horrible design. Ew.
I'm Christos.
Christos, good to see you. What do you do here?
Lifestyle concierge down here at the front desk.
You going to be advising me for my life, or are you going to be...
You need
Barry Bear, thank you for the gifted sub.
reservation.
So you organise everything?
Anything you need.
Thank you.
Now, somebody likes red. Is that Smudge that likes red, or...?
No, it's both the designer and the owner.
Wow, wow, wow.
Enjoy your
Right
stay.
upstairs.
What floor are we on?
We're on the second floor.
Second floor, please.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Right here, I like to always stop at the car. Each floor has a different model car.
Who's obsessed with the supercars? Who is that?
The owner.
Oh, really?
So right here, this is your room.
Wow.
Yes.
It's so empty. More like a garage than a guest room.
This is so cursed,
And how much is this?
bro? What is this? Open a hotel just to prove how easy it is. You know what you're doing. I think it would be it's not that it's easy to run a hotel. It's easy to avoid the problems that the owners in this show have. Just hire people and pay them properly. And don't try to squeeze out every inch of profit in the shortest term imaginable. Like, it's just you could tell it's just short-term profit. That's all it is. You raise prices, you cut costs, that makes money.
$759.
$759. Wow, that's incredibly expensive.
Like, if you already have money to keep your restaurant afloat or your hotel restaurant afloat, you might as well spend it properly to build a good reputation and have high standards, even if you don't make a ton of money at first. At least you could pay your bills.
What's that thing there?
That is actually the...
Wait, $759? Oh, I missed that. How
much is this a night?
$759.
Oh my god.
$759. Wow, that's incredibly expensive. And what's that thing there?
That is actually the jacuzzi tub.
In the middle of the lounge?
It is.
Dude, that's like 2013 money too. That's like $1,000 now. Well, you see, Gordon, I charge $1,000 a night. I charge almost $800 a night for this. What's wrong with my hotel? I don't have a chef either. He sucks.
The lounge.
Wow.
I love the bathtub straight in front of the door. That's cool. The cuck tub. It's just a horrible placement. First of all, I mean, the feng shui alone. What is going on? You're just like blocking your entrance. There's a speaker on the wall because of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? What is this? This looks like a game studio in 2002.
When they designed the rooms, they took away all the interior walls.
This is my RimWorld barracks.
Without sounding stupid.
That is $1,008 in today's money? I was right. I'm the best. I'm a genius. Or like fuck shui. Yeah, because you're supposed to take a... Wait, it doesn't look big enough to be a tub? No, it's a jacuzzi tub. It's like an expensive jacuzzi tub. With tax, it's $1,300.
Designers.
And that's not including whatever cleaning fees or whatever shit they probably add. Inflation genius.
He's in the middle of suite. Last time I checked, a living room was for sitting in, not taking a bath.
And you're supposed to, I guess, leave the door open so people can watch you take in your jacuzzi bath.
How much do these things cost?
The jacuzzi tub itself is about $20,000.
That's what I mean. You, like, this is, like, he built it literally like a Sims hotel, like a Sims house, where you just have the cheat codes on for the most infinite money. And he put the most expensive bathtub in front of the fucking door. It's nice. It's in the worst imaginable spot.
Hey, bathing cars. Jesus. This is crazy.
Put it in a bathroom. $20,000, and it's not even in a bathroom. It's in the middle of the hotel room.
Who wanted all these specially designed?
That is the owner.
Areas?
That's Eddie.
Like, that is just incompetence. That is not... My business is struggling.
Eddie.
Yes.
This is crazy.
I've been to normal hotels with baths like 2 feet from the bed. I personally haven't. I've stayed in some ratty, nasty-ass places.
Oh, shit. The
places that just don't have a tub. They just have a standing, shitty shower.
Car-inspired furniture, looks cheap, and isn't even functional.
It's different than anything else.
Different from a nice hotel room.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Who on earth would want to sit here and sort of...
Those look so uncomfortable.
Watch the television?
And watch the television.
It works.
It's like, is it for gaming? It kind of looks like it is.
So?
But it doesn't look comfortable.
The sheets. How can they all...
Bro, imagine playing Melee on that. Why is there a brick wall? It's tasteful. It accents the lavender on the other side of the room. Oh, shit. Mom. Gordon is broken.
It works, though.
The sheets. How can they also wrinkle when I haven't even slept in there? Why is that?
We do them in-house.
When you say we, what do you mean? You don't do laundry.
Lifestyle means everything. Your mouthwash.
It's like gas.
He loves cars. He put gasoline in the mouthwash. I love he just like spit it out. Is your mouthwash? Fuck you. This is a hotel I'd make up in a nightmare.
You don't do laundry.
Lifestyle means everything. Your mouthwash.
It's like gas.
The socket's all broken and smashed down there. Someone's left their dirty ones there.
The plastic plants. That's outrageous.
That's in the hotel room?
$800.
Oh my gosh. Gordon doesn't like anything about the hotel.
Yeah,
Damn
sucks
it.
ass.
Anything else?
If I have any lifestyle needs, I'll call. Thank you.
Of course.
So far, I'm not impressed with the Keating's pretentious and uncomfortable design. But maybe it can redeem itself with the one thing
Not
every
even real
luxury
plants.
hotel should have. Impeccable room service. I'm starving.
Come on, General, the desk. This is Christos. How may I be of
Hi,
service?
Christos, it's Gordon. What's a little bit bizarre for me is that I'm ordering room service at the front desk. There's no direct line down to the kitchen?
There is no direct line down to the kitchen. The communication between departments isn't really there. So we take care of everything and make sure it happens.
Listen, I'm starving. I'll have a tomato soup, please. And then pizza, a barbecue chicken. I'm fascinated to see the chicken parmesan sliders. I'll have one of those.
So I'll have that up as soon as I can.
Brilliant.
That's so much stuff.
Thank you,
Oh, there he goes. Or she.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm sure she does.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Wow. Is this how it's normally served?
Yes.
In a to-go box?
Yes.
You pay $800 a night to stay here, and you got to eat your food out of boxes and
Ah,
plastic
gross.
containers. Are we short of soup? Because it's not even half full.
That's how they serve it.
That's how that much.
That's sick.
Yes. It's
Wow.
1 cup.
It's like a retirement home. Is that luxury, do you think?
No, not at all.
What would you rather do?
$800, and you're still
Sip
paying
that out
for
of
the
a
food.
cup?
Of course.
Jeez, we barely got half a
Ew.
cup. Anyway, I'm gonna dig in.
If there's anything else I can do for you, just go ahead and let us know, okay?
Brilliant. Darling,
I'm sorry?
you can say that now. It's finished. Thank you.
My pleasure.
A chicken parmesan slider. That's dreadful. Fuck me. Now I know why they got the boxes. It's a takeaway puke box. Pizza, unappetizing in a box, especially when you're spending $800 a night. This place is obsessed
it's
with
okay.
design, but serves room service in plastic containers. No wonder they can't fill the rooms. That is not my idea of luxury, let me tell you. That's embarrassing. Wow.
You seem to like the soup. There wasn't really any of it. It just looked like a nacho sauce, yeah.
How can this place...
That when like the Y2K aesthetic era was actually happening, that shit was so non-functional because technology wasn't good enough to do it and like pull it off well.
It just looked awesome.
It looked awesome, but underneath it, it worked like shit. And that kind of just goes for anything, whether it's like electronics or whether it's like architecture. There's very few instances where that aesthetic is actually done in a functional, like, useful way.
True.
That's why they got rid of all of it.
Yeah. That's why I like the the Y2K, not Y2K, but like mid 2000s recession era rustic grandma kitchen, like live, laugh, love on the wall, brown walls. No, like let's see. Wait, what is it? No, artisanal. What is it called? Tuscan. That's what it was. It's so tacky, but it's very cozy. It's very like maximalist.
Oh my god, my cousin that is like fucking racist has great kitchen, but you have to own like a McMansion to have one.
Yeah, you need a lot of space. This is a really good example. Just fucking shit everywhere. Nothing matches. Doesn't matter. Who cares? This is close enough to the Turkish rug pattern, sure. Whatever. This is how my ants looked. Listen, it's classier than minimalism. I like it more.
Give Luna a piece of watermelon when you're eating it, by the way. I just always bite a little piece off.
Luna gets watermelon. Very McMansion indeed, yeah.
Yeah. She's so small you can't see her.
I can't change. My hands are wet now.
What were you trying to
I was
do?
trying to like change it to the full face.
She's too small.
There she is.
You see ears.
Here.
You have your chest.
Yeah.
Just barely.
You guys saw her. Luna moment. Hang on, I'm gonna rinse my hands off.
They call itself a luxury hotel. I need to get some answers from Eddie, the Keating's owner and visionary.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Glenn. How are you?
Good to see you. This place has been your baby in many ways, and I'm dying to find out the vision, the insight, and to why. Give us a little tour.
I bought the building back in 2000. It was around $6 million.
Did you go to hotel school?
Nope.
You've never run a business before?
Not a hotel business, no.
Wow.
So I was actually at the Ferrari dealer looking at cars and stuff, and it kind of hit me, why not the Ferrari of hotels?
I'm more concerned what you were smoking at the time than what you were thinking. Why would you take one of the most high-spec cars anywhere in the world and turn it into a hotel?
I don't know where he's coming from, but it does piss me off. I designed the Keating to be the perfect hotel for me, not for him.
Where should I start? The floor. It's all scuffed and marked. When you have a resin floor, it needs to be updated. I mean, everything's just marked to hell. It feels cheap. The sheets.
You can't call yourself a luxury hotel if you don't have beautifully pressed sheets.
Okay.
What's the idea behind sitting here?
So when you have guests, you know, we can sit down and talk. And
No,
then...
but where's the sofa? Where's the table? Where's the fun? Do you know what hurt the most? I got soup served in a plastic bowl. There's a chicken parm.
Hang on, Luna moment. Speak your truth.
Brian.
No, Luna. Not Brian.
She's looking at your corn. She wants it.
Oh, she wants my corn.
She's staring at your corn. I was like, what is she
Pete, and did we ever find out what happened to your smallest fan?
My smallest fan? It's Luna.
She's just staring at your fucking corn.
She doesn't even care about you guys. She wants the corn. How old is she? How old is she?
I think
8?
she's 8 this year.
8
Or 9. Something like
or
that.
9. Give her corn. No.
She would eat corn.
She can get
She
fat.
would like it if you gave her corn.
You probably shouldn't have no table scraps.
No. I just slathered that thing in salt and pepper.
Yeah, there's too much salt, pepper, and butter on all those vegetables. Little lady. Baby.
Yay!
She's so cute. I gotta get Ronan like a raised bed so he could be like at camera
She's
level.
standing on that fucking chair, staring at the corn.
You wanna take it?
Oh, you're done?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you. Will she follow the corn?
I don't think so. Yes, she is.
I didn't know if she was interested in laying down anyway. But she wanted that corn. That's for sure. Is she friends with Ronan? No. She does not like him.
She doesn't like other dogs.
No, she doesn't like other dogs. She doesn't like male dogs, it seems like. And then she doesn't telegraph it, though. So we can't have them, like, interact. Because she will be totally normal until she gets close. And then she'll just jump at him. Like, she'll be literally, like, wagging, smiling, looks totally fine. But then I think she just gets really, like, protective and defensive. And I don't know. It's just reaction. Yeah, he goes in his crate. Yeah, they sniff each other through the walls of the crate. And sometimes Luna growls and sometimes she doesn't.
She hasn't in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, Ronan just wants to play. Maybe eventually, if we keep working with them, he is really playful.
She's like, yeah, she's reactionary.
Yeah, she's voting for Trump. She keeps talking about mass deportation now.
Women should be able to bite men. And that's what she does. And I respect her so much.
That's true. How old is Ronan? He's 5 now, I think.
I used to have a male dog and she would bite him and we had to separate them in the house.
And she was allowed to do it.
They were fine for like years and then one day she was like, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah. It happens like that. She has boundaries. Yeah, Luna, I think she is trying to assert herself when it comes to Ronan. Like, I don't think she's trying to hurt him. Chat has been stick bugged, by the way. That's you guys, that's not me.
Yeah, honestly, she is. She's so me.
Why does it sound like Luna has had bad experiences with men in the past, like other male dogs? She could have, yeah.
No, I mean, like,
Yeah.
R2-D2, you found a cigarette.
R2-D2 is smoking. In the movie Joker, the Joker is not joking. You guys ever think about that? Actually, wait, he is. He does tell jokes in that movie. Shit. He does. R2 is literally me. He's a little silly. R2-D2. Can I have some of that? Mine is dead. Bless you.
Literally right behind me.
Oh my god. Why does R2-D2 cigarette only play in one ear? Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Parmesan slider that tasted like it was cooked 3 days ago. Who in the fuck would put a chicken
Pretty sure Joker 2 is gonna be a musical. Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious what they're doing with it. I mean, okay, Joker, in Joker 2, the plot is Joker is locked up in an insane asylum, an Arkham Asylum, and he meets Harley Quinn, who's played by Lady Gaga. And in the trailer, there's all these, like, moments that are, like, big theatrical, like, musical scenes. But obviously, they're gonna be, like, delusions of his. That's how the whole first movie was. Mm-hmm. It is Goo Goo and Gaga. And then she sings Born This Way, and it's about Joker. Like, spoilers for the first Joker movie? Okay, that movie's old. And also, I'm sorry, it's not a spoiler that the Joker is crazy in the Joker movie. But he has, like, hallucinations that you think are, like, real plot points. And then, you know, the second movie is probably just going to be that with the musical segments, right? I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everyone's right about how it's going to be, like, a weird movie or something. That's a big spoiler, but you don't know what it is. He's the Joker, baby. What do you mean? Did you see he's bi-canon? Wait, which one? Which Joker? Like the one from the movie?
Parmesan slider together? There's things that don't go in sliders, and chicken parm is one of them.
That was my idea.
but you're laughing as if it's funny, and you think because you own the place, you
As
can
if
put
it's
that
funny.
in a roll and sell it.
I don't know
Sell
what
it.
he's talking about. This place is not bad. So I think Gordon's comments were complete bullshit.
You're trying to convince me this is your
go.
idea of luxury.
I don't know what to say.
When was the last time you stayed in a hotel?
It's been a while.
You cannot stand there and tell me that there's nothing wrong with this place when you don't even stay in it.
Owned.
You bought a building that was your dream.
If you
but it doesn't
owned
feel like
your
a dream experience
hotel,
to a guest.
why wouldn't you want to stay in it? Sell it.
Nowhere fucking near it.
Will he smell the kitchen? We'll only, he didn't go in there yet.
I'm at the Keating Hotel in San Diego.
When I got some
And I've just met
bank
Eddie, the owner,
Smell
who's
it.
completely oblivious to the fact that his supercar-inspired hotel is seriously underperforming.
You're the owner, and you bought a building that was your dream. But it doesn't feel like a dream experience to a guest. Nowhere fucking near it. I desperately want to help you. Only if you start identifying the problems.
Okay.
Could you send that young lady up to clear that dog shit out of there, please? Jesus.
Damn.
Trust me, Eddie is not used to honesty like that. Right now, he looks like a baby that's just had his lollipop stolen.
Oh no. Got his ass.
How are you?
Who is this guy? First thing he does, he lays right into me. The room service was
Yeah, that's why he's here.
terrible.
Welcome to my world.
He opened the bed up and the sheets
I'm
were
late to the party. What has Gordon sniffed this episode? Nothing yet.
all like wrinkled and
Most hotels have those giant ironing things that the sheets go through there. We don't have that.
Yeah, they don't press their sheets and they charge $800 a night. Like, Gordon, what's wrong with my business?
Tell Eddie the problems that we have. But it
We
may
serve
be
a half cup of tomato soup for room service, but charge $800 a night. How much was that tomato soup? Probably fucking $7. She got his bone.
sometimes we
What
tell
else is new?
people something and it goes one side to another.
I was in shock.
Maybe Gordon will get him to wake up.
I don't even know what to say. That was very embarrassing.
He's bisexual and stuff. What stuff? Todd Phillips confirms Joker is bisexual. He's bisexual and stuff. The Everything app, by the way, first comment. Fucking pay to win blue check mark. All comics are gay now. Didn't you know? That's the agenda. That's why I only watch anime with little girls in it.
We should just start agreeing with them.
Yup. That's the agenda. It is. He's gay. He sucks dick on screen for the movie Joker 2. And you have to watch it. If you don't, you're gay. So, which way, Western man?
After my...
I'm sold.
A random gay. I'm gay and stuff.
meeting with Eddie,
I'm gay, trans, and boosted and stuff.
I'm ready to see how this so-called...
What has she got?
She's eating his carrot.
She loves the carrot. Hang on. Luna moment. Get it, Luna. Get it.
She's getting his bone now.
Oh, now she's got the bone. She just takes his stuff. She's so cruel.
Here's the carrot.
That's the carrot. They both like it.
It's too big for her.
Yeah, it is too big for her. It's bigger than her. But she drags that shit around.
luxury hotel runs on a normal night.
Hi there, how are you guys?
Are you a luxury lifestyle concierge?
No, I am actually Sandra. I'm the GM of the hotel. And
You're
I
the
was
general
a-
manager?
Yes,
Oh, we haven't met. How long have you been here?
I've been here for 6 years.
Okay, wow. So you're here from the beginning?
Mhm.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
I got a lot to tell you.
You got a lot to tell me. Yeah.
I bet she does. Because the Keating seems to have more complaints than guests.
Our room is not very clean. There's hair in the sheets as well.
We turned out our bed.
I like your
And there's what appears to be a bunch of sand.
Sand?
Sand?
It's like a brothel.
We found a bunch of sand in our bed. Where is this? This is not a beach hotel. San Diego. Okay, it is. No, it's Gaslamp. Okay, no, it is literally a beach hotel, kind of. It's close to the beach. Still, sand.
You
You've been in a brothel?
I haven't. It's just
Oh,
what
right.
I've heard.
Okay, wow.
San Diego. Yeah, they just weren't washing it. Can we try survival mode? I don't even know what it is. Is it just permadeath?
I can confirm it is like a brothel.
Is it? Cheese plate?
Let me check on that right now.
We've been waiting for 45 minutes. You know, if it's not up in 10
I'm
minutes,
not
just
sure.
cancel it because we'll go to dinner, okay?
Okay.
How can they make a guest wait so long for something that's not even cooked? The system for room service here is clearly not working.
Was
Taking
it
the orders at
salad?
the front desk, then passing them to the kitchen is madness. I've never seen anything like this before. Let's go through the kitchen together.
Okay.
Weirdly, the hotel's restaurant, the Merc, is in a separate building around the corner.
Can you believe that we're waiting
Yeah, that's
45
weird.
minutes for a cheese board?
I can't
Oh, a
believe
cheese
it, but I'm
board.
not surprised.
She looked pretty pissed, huh?
She did look pretty pissed. They sounded pissed the 3 times they called as well.
Oh, God.
What is it?
Is it cheese board?
Yes.
Where's the fucking cheese? Is that it?
That is it.
How much is that?
$16.99, I believe.
Oh, my
kidding me.
God.
I can guarantee someone's going to complain about that.
That's probably
How are you,
$23
Gordon? How are you?
in
My
today's
name's Aaron.
money.
Aaron.
Manager.
Somebody fact check that.
You're the manager. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you, Gordon.
You're the manager of the restaurant?
Yes, sir.
That cheese portion there is barely 2 little slivers of cheese. They waited 45 minutes for us. And it's like no one gives a shit.
Oh, I definitely do now that you've told me. This is the first time that I've heard of it.
Bro, who is this guy? More like 2150? Damn, close.
Why would they wait 45 minutes for something that's already...
I think the process, unfortunately, is a little bit slow here. I think getting up the stairs is a little bit of a challenge.
Why don't you take the call in the kitchen?
Oh, in the kitchen itself, we can't.
Oh, survival mode is the mode where the alien learns your movements? I thought it already did. It still kicked my ass. Can I continue it from the save I already have? Do I really need to go to college and get an engineering degree? I can't figure out this damn pre-cal and I'm already a year in. Okay, if you're actually struggling in pre-calculus and you aren't passionate about going into engineering, you might not want to go into engineering. Pre-calculus is hard, but it doesn't get any easier. So maybe try some electives. Learn what you like. I think it's a whole new game mode that has nothing to do with the campaign. Oh my god. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. I know the game's already so long.
Iminatin Jewish Feminist Alliance and am seemingly the only anti-Zionist. I'm assigned to do a presentation on human rights as they relate to Jewish activism. Do I include anti-Zionism in my presentation?
Oh, shit. I'm a teen Jewish feminist alliance and seemingly the only anti-Zionist. Yeah, I mean... I can't speak to what it's like to speak up in a Jewish community for anti-Zionism. I don't know what your community is like. I know, different communities definitely vary on how they receive that. And a lot of people have had to struggle with that. So it's something to keep in mind. I don't want you to go in without, like, being aware that, it's obviously very controversial, but... that it is the moral take. It is the correct take. It's the right thing to do if you really wanted to have a serious conversation about human rights. I also suck at math classes and have a physics degree that needed up beyond ODE. So don't underestimate yourself either, but also college is super expensive, so plan. Yeah, I mean, if I planned better, I probably would have got my degree, for sure. When I was actually in my degree program for game design, I was like, this fucking game design degree doesn't feel real at all. The games industry is also evil and I don't like it. Go to tutoring. That's what I mean. Like, explore your options to try to learn the pre-cal. Because if you can really get it, you're going to be good going forward. Because they're trying to teach you the fundamentals of what you need to know. But... Sorry, I got distracted by a highlighted message. But, again, plan. Come up with a plan ABC and just figure out what you want to do. If you really want to be an engineer, there's options. Work on it. It should be safe. I'm just super worried because people have been openly Zionist to me and acted like I must be by default a Zionist. I mean, that is, yeah. Unfortunately, I think that's only going to get more prevalent as like Jewish people, like for Jewish people, I should say. Not just like internally in Jewish communities. I'm literally just meaning externally. Like the Democratic Party is literally like agreeing with the Republicans and saying that being anti-Zionist is anti-Semitic, which is nuts. What's ODE? Is that math? I did trade school, worked for 6 years, and left my career for my mental health. Sometimes you find out what you don't want before you find your niche. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I went to school for 2 years to be a veterinary technician, and then I didn't end up taking my exam. ODE's ordinary differential equations. Oh, I remember those. I was swept up in the Common Core programs in high school. So when I did math, it was just called Math 1, Math 2, Math 3, which really fucked me over for trying to figure out prerequisites for college. It really just made everything more difficult. Because no college recognizes any of that or knows what it means. So they're like, did you take calculus? And I'm like, I don't know. I took pre-AP Math 3. Which included calculus and included trigonometry. It's just not the same pathway that everyone else learns it, in a different way that everyone else learns it. So I was still behind anyway because, you know, college is notoriously bad at transferring credits. Yeah, I know. But that's, I mean, I can relate to the younger people coming out of school now to having dealt with Common Core in math. Relevant, I think. What do you think about the Adderall shortage? Is that relevant? I guess we're talking about college. What am I supposed to have thoughts on the Adderall shortage? Probs a Cali thing because we have Math 1 through 3 and Calc A, B, B, C. Okay, I have no idea what that Calc A, B, B, C is. But yeah, we had Math 1 through 3, and then I don't even know what happened after that. You know Miles' song produced by Kanye leaked? I don't really care. Things got political in class, and I immediately started crying. How do you not get so emotional when talking to other people about politics? I'm calloused. I used to get more emotional. And I still do. It just manifests differently than it used to. I was working on a video about Cody Ko, and I was writing it out, and it was just making me anxious because it's just so gross. It's so shitty to even have to talk about. But I wanted to talk about how he literally just doesn't give a fuck, and I think it's insane. It's like tracing everything he's done since everything came out and people started, specifically D'Angelo's video because it called the most attention to it directly. I mean, the DJ set, he's done multiple DJ sets. I mean, he literally has a DJ set in like 10 days in Vegas. He has a recurring, like, it's just crazy. A recurring residency to do DJ sets. I don't know why. He does not GAF. And that, I mean, the reason is he doesn't have to. It probably just soothes his ego to go get cheered at in person, and you don't have to deal with, you know, the statutory rape allegations. Just weird, man. And it's weirder that he's doing all these DJ sets at like a beach club. What are you doing? A beach club? You are like 30. What are your thoughts on Pyrocynical? I don't have any. I don't know what that is. I never really watched him. He's a YouTuber my friends in high school would tell me to watch, and then I never would. And anytime I did see him, I was like, eh. Doesn't he have a kid too? No, I don't think so. Does he? What are your thoughts on carcinization? Big fan. Return to Crab. Oh, he has a baby. He has a baby and he's doing DJ sets? What is going on? You are not Pauly D. Like, what? You are a YouTuber. Pauly D is a professional DJ. And he gets to party for a living. He's earned it. He's from Alberta, so that tracks. But yeah, I was thinking about making just like a follow-up video on that whole like situation in general. Because it's like, it's just so gross that he's just skated away and let people kind of forget. Because that's all it is. It's on purpose. And it's because he doesn't care, and it's because he doesn't have to care. Cancel culture's not real. Miranda Sings is still making videos. Colleen Ballinger. I always call her Miranda Sings. Kelsey too? Oh, I mean, sure. I don't know if she knew. I don't know anything about her. I barely know anything about Cody, much less his wife. But I also know that Cody had that like insane like rapist friend that he invited to his wedding. Kelsey knows him for sure. So I mean, just people being cool with that kind of thing, it just says a lot about them. Kelsey gave a minor a vape. Yeah, he was his best man. And he had like rape allegations, or not even allegations. I think he was found guilty. He had a whole charge. Not a girl's girl, no. Don't love that. Yeah, it was on videotape. And then I'm pretty sure it was like distributed as well. He admitted to it and still got off. I love America. She's also an elementary school teacher? Oh no. Oh, that's rough. Oh God. Oh wait, she stopped? Okay. That's good. She should have. They had a weird relationship with Emma Chamberlain as a kid. They gave her a vape too underage. I don't know who that is. Is that like a TikToker? A YouTuber? There's so much lore. Girl vlogger from late 2020s? We're not even there yet. It was actually Emma's vape? Okay, I really don't care about Kelsey's drama. I have a feeling she probably knew that Cody was the way he is. Cody definitely knew the multiple girls that he slept with were underage, because it wasn't just Hannah. It was multiple girls who were in high school. That he at least dated the other girls. Like, this is grooming. This is grooming and statutory rape. This is insane. And he's just tight-lipped. Nothing to say about it. And she definitely knew about his best man. Definitely. There's no way. Gabby told him she was underage. I believe Gabby Anna when she says that. He also knew, just in general. There's no way he didn't. He's laying low to get citizenship. Oh, right. He's Canadian. That's true. But it doesn't matter anyway. Because it's beyond the statute of limitations. Florida doesn't want you to remember crimes if the, long enough time passes. Doesn't matter. Law and Order, by the way. I love Law and Order. But it has a timer on it, of course. Save the children. Anyway. He's still doing DJ sets. He's scheduled all into next month. At least 2 more. One this month, one next month. But like, why? Should I go? Should I buy a VIP pass? Cody's gonna get Harvey Weinstein's lawyer. Yeah. I just like. D'Angelo's video is already about how Cody avoided it to that point, and he just has continued to avoid it. I just don't understand. Anyway. Back to Hotel Hell.
Take that call. It's definitely an option, but we've always...
It shows me he knows he's in the wrong. I mean, yeah. His only option, really, is to, like, own up to it, which, why would he do that? That doesn't give him anything. Or do a Dr. Disrespect style, like, sit down and scream at the camera about how people are being too mean to you because you did something unforgivable, horrible, and evil. And people have, like, a vendetta about that for some reason. That's crazy. People just don't like me. Don't think about why. And everyone has to like me.
Or else it's their problem. Because I'm perfect.
Yeah, or else they're, you know, biased.
They're biased and woke.
He's never doing it now, but the way his circle has reacted to the news breaking is enough. Well, yeah, TMG dropped him. So, like, obviously. It's the same thing with Dr. Disrespect. His own company dropped him after internal investigation. It's like, sorry. If you're innocent, that doesn't happen. Admitting when you're wrong and why is alpha AF. Well, there's a reason Cody Ko isn't doing that.
Would you think that's faster?
I think as the hotel takes it, it's just as fast as...
So even though the customers are unhappy with the wait that they've had to endure, you don't want to do anything for them?
I didn't know how long the customer was waiting until just now.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Kendrick Lamar is doing the halftime show at the Super Bowl. I'm actually going to watch the halftime show. I'm excited. I think it'll be cool.
Okay. Manager. Fuck me.
Fuck me.
Aaron, the restaurant manager, isn't taking any responsibility. If he worked for me, he'd be long gone.
How fucking weird.
TFG did actually drop him. He's taking a step back, but he's still making bank. Oh, cool. I love passive income. That's why he's doing the DJ sets. Because he doesn't do it for money. He doesn't need the money. What are they paying him? To do DJ sets at a beach club in Las Vegas. There's no beaches there. What are we doing here? And nothing about this makes sense. You're 30.
How'd you rate him out of 10?
Can we go into negatives? Aaron is the king of excuses as far as being able to kind of weasel his way out of things.
Club full
but
of sand.
I'm not in charge of firing him. How are we doing over here, guys?
No wonder the hotel is half empty. They can't even get the basics like room service and laundry right. Maybe Sandra, the GM, can...
Will you visit this hotel when you go to TwitchCon? It's in San Diego. It's actually in Gaslamp, where the where TwitchCon is. This is literally the area TwitchCon's in. That's how I knew it was right by the water. I don't think it's still around. Why all the DJing? I think he likes it. It's like his hobby. He's had a DJ career forever, I think. That's the only thing he's doing now. Huh? It is a very creep activity. Except for the mutuals I have on Twitter that are Twitch DJs. They're nice and they're cool. Because that's the thing, right? If he actually wanted to... if it wasn't about his ego and being cheered at by a bunch of, like, young girls... he could stream doing DJ sets. Like, I guess that doesn't come with the venue paying him whatever they are, but like, is it really about the money? Like, all he has to do is he could literally keep posting. He could just keep posting if he wanted to. Look at Shane Dawson. Look at Miranda Sings. They just keep posting. Yeah, it's just ego. This hotel's actually still open? Oh god.
Tell me what the hell is
Maybe
going
we
on
could
here.
go.
Right, we haven't a chance to catch up.
Smell it.
Thank you. So, all these issues with the laundry. Where's the laundry done?
Let me show you.
Please. Oh, here we are. So this is the laundry room. Wow.
Bloody hell, you have got your work cut out.
What do you think the main what would you say is the main difference between a DJ and just a musician or like a hip hop producer? It's very different. I mean, DJs perform their sets live. Like DJs don't make the music themselves, typically. Sometimes they do. There are DJs that make original music, but if you're a DJ who makes original music, it's probably just gonna sound like, you know, what it sounds like when you're DJing. But it's like freestyle editing music live. It's very impressive if someone's really good at it. Cody Ko's not good at it. How can you hear 2 things at once? You're listening to like 10 things at once when you're mixing music. DJ equipment is very fun and very stimmy. He probably uses pre-made ones? I don't know. Can you DJ? No. But I mean, I produce music of my own. So I know how to mix music. Kind of. I'm learning. My English teacher does synth sets. I was wrong. He's not a DJ.
These are domestic.
I know.
Hassan refugee. That makes it sound like Hassan died. The USS Hassan has sunk in the waters of the Arctic Sea. Goodbye, Hassan. Where do they do the crab fishing? The Bering Sea? The Bering Sea. 07. Rest in peace, brave soldier. He goes to paradise.
These washing machines are designed for small families, not a 35.
Oh my god, they have actual they have consumer washing machines. Oh, no wonder they're not clean, the sheets. They're nasty and gross. Colleen went to see Chapel Roan. Why? Colleen is straight, isn't she? Get out. Not epic. Girls, get her. Chat, I give up.
Domestic.
I know.
These washing machines are designed for small families, not a 35-bedroom hotel.
Wow.
No wonder they struggle.
Your lifestyle
Nasty.
concierge come in here throughout their day to do laundry.
You are not getting your sheets clean if you're using one family, like a small washing machine for an entire hotel. $800 a night, and they're washing your shit. They're not even cleaning it.
And attend the front.
There's gonna be poo-poo and pee-pee. He's gonna turn on the... He's gonna turn on the UV light, and it's gonna be cum everywhere, piss and cum everywhere, and then he's gonna get the doo-doo molecule detectors. You're like 8 million molecules. Look at it, smell it. I will. I gotta get a good friend.
And take room service orders.
We all do.
I mean, this is crazy.
It is insane. It is insane. I don't know how we do it sometimes.
Who presses the sheets?
We don't have equipment.
So you don't press them?
Yes. Can I show you where we iron the pillowcases?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Oh God, there's somewhere else?
Jump scare.
You seem to know all these problems, and you're the general manager. but if
Unedited.
there's one person.
Dude, that's what's washing all of the sheets in this hotel. That's crazy.
Doesn't stop this. It's you.
If the owner, well, yes, I can quit. I can leave to another hotel and go where everything is much better. It is hell to run this place.
You're a general manager. Yet you're managing nothing.
I spoke to the owner. I said, this has to change.
What's
She's
going
been
on?
here for like, what was it, like 2 years or something? Girl quit. I mean, people like to have a job. Like, it's hard to find another job. Like, it's hard to prepare for another job while you're working a full-time job. And it's hard to look for another job while you're working another full-time job. You get trapped. 6 years? Oh my God. You get trapped. America does this on purpose. That's why business owners can systematically abuse their employees and constantly exploit them, especially in small business. Where are you going to go? Wendy's? Like, You ran the worst hotel in town. Because of my policies, you ran a hotel that everyone knows is gross. Who's going to hire you? You can't work at another hotel. But your bootstraps, I know. Stuck in the shit factory, literally.
On.
And then, yeah, people do build, like, emotional loyalty to the owners, to the businesses, like the buildings themselves, just their lives in general. They don't want things to change. They just want to be successful. It's why raising the minimum wage would help everyone so much, and it would cause a landslide election in Kamala Harris's favor if she actually committed it. But she won't.
It's totally...
What time is the debate tomorrow? 8 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. Eastern.
right with what he's saying, but is Eddie being so involved in everything? That's
People
the
are
problem.
asking so many questions, and I'm just bam, bam, bam. I'm answering them all. I'm the most informative streamer.
I have conversations with the owner about what works and what doesn't work in the restaurant. No matter how many times I say, you know what, we should not have a book as a menu. Eddie comes up with whatever he wants.
It just keeps adding it. That's the funniest part. Do you think the menu started small and he just kept adding like pages and pages to it?
But no one's taking responsibility.
Sheriff Pete.
I pulled back my duvet and the sheets were shocking.
The duvet.
$800 a night to stay in something pretty mediocre. You should be ashamed.
I am ashamed. I am ashamed.
Not the
Get
duvet.
out of here. Let me get down to the restaurant. Jesus.
Do you like Batman? Guilty Gear Pitan Online, Transgender
Bedman?
Pride, Transgender Pride, Transgender Pride.
Do you like Bedman Guilty Gear? I don't know what that is. I've only played... What did I think I played Guilty Gear Xrd. I think that's the only one I played, the first Xrd. And I liked it. I liked it. Do you like Couch Woman? JD Vance? I'm too political brained. All I know about is politics and crab.
Coming up,
I've never seen anything so fucking unappetizing.
things at the Keating go from bad to worse.
I wouldn't serve any of our dishes to my dog.
You okay?
Oh!
And one of the staff.
That's how people die in Hitman. Gordon's gonna take his clothes. What are you doing? Hey. I know. Rona's just looking at himself.
Reaches his breaking point.
Bro deflated. Gordon kills the chef. Assassinated.
Call 911, please, quickly. 911. Urgently.
Well done, 47. Over here. He died.
For a so-called luxury hotel, the Keating has been a major disappointment.
It's like gas.
No, that was the siren. Yeah, it did sound like a yell. Why'd they call the fire people? Firemen are first responders. If someone has a heart attack, usually firemen will get there first. They can do CPR. They usually have a lot of equipment on them, and they don't charge you. So firemen are great. Based firemen, yeah. They can also break down doors. Yeah, they can smash their way in. Who the fuck is sick? Brown. Fucking knock the door down. I'm Dad is a firefighter. Firemen are everything that people think cops are. More or less, yeah. If people like evangelize cops and think they're like saviors and brave truth tellers, and you know, like if you think cops actually protect and serve, you're thinking about firefighters. Yeah, firefighters don't have a gun. They don't have any guns, and yet they're okay.
The owner's misguided vision.
You're trying to convince me this is your idea of luxury.
It's taken its toll on the staff.
It is hell to run this
My
place.
mom was saved by a group of firemen during an asthmatic attack. We made fudge for the squad that ran to my home instead of waiting for the vehicle. That's cool. I had an asthma attack when I was young, and my mom had to call the fire department. I remember they showed up. It was cool. I was like, whoa, there's a fire truck. I just, like, couldn't stop coughing. I was in, like, first grade or something. I don't know. I got better or something.
Hopefully the food in the hotel's restaurant is better than it was in my room.
How are you doing?
Do you call 911 for them? Yeah. Yeah, that you do call 911 for the fire department. There are a lot of firemen that also forget to wash away ACAB for graffiti. I mean, that's cool, but that's rare. A lot of firemen are cop defenders because they're like wannabe cops spiritually. It's very cringe.
Table of one.
I was a paramedic before my disabilities acted up, and fire and EMS are chill people who want to help, cops or not. Yeah, for sure. The problem with EMS is that it's usually a private company that a dispatcher will send you. No, kind of no matter where you are. It depends, but in most cases, it's a private company that you have to pay for. It's not taxpayer funded like the fire department is, or the cops are. EMS despise cops. They fuck up so many situations. I can only imagine. My cousin went from being a firefighter to being a cop, and you want to know why? It's way easier. You can eat all the fast food you want when you're a cop. When you're a firefighter, it's like being a crab fisherman. You have to, like, eat for calories and sleep when you can if you're working on the clock, because you can get summoned at any moment. And it's a hard, real job. Cops sit in an air-conditioned, $70,000 SUV. Eating McDonald's. In the small town I live in, we have city ambulances and internet. See, that's what people forget about the South, is that sometimes local government in the South will provide, like, socialized amenities, and it's 1,000,000% better than any kind of austerity in big cities. I mean, you want to try to get internet in Los Angeles? Good fucking luck, asshole. They hate you. They will steal your money and then not give you internet. Like, so much of America is, like, corrupt and, like, bloated with money and fees that they take out of people's checks every day. And they still use government services. 5G towers, cell towers, fucking government research built all of that. Government infrastructure put them in. Satellites. The fucking AT&T is not sending rockets to space. The government pays for that. To put satellites up. And then they get to use them and charge us. Our tax dollars already pay these people for all the... so they don't have to run with any cost. It's so evil. That's actual bloated, like, bureaucratic red tape or whatever that, like, Republicans like to act like they do something about when they only ever make it worse.
Please? Oh,
anyway.
Ooh. Good evening. Hey.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm very well. And yourself?
Very well, thank you. And sorry, first
Welcome
name is?
to the Merc. My name is David.
David. So, what do you do?
I am actually the restaurant manager here.
I thought I just met the restaurant manager, the little man.
I'm the other restaurant manager.
And the food, how would you rate the food out of 10?
6.
6.
I wouldn't serve any of our dishes to my dog.
Chef Brian's kind of given up. So much has been taken out of Brian's hands by Eddie that I don't think that he has the passion and the drive to be that great anymore.
Starting off with chicken under a brick, what does that actually mean?
It means it's drier than a bone.
Amazing. Even the manager thinks the food's terrible here, and he's not embarrassed to tell me.
And then the capitate?
Cavatappi?
Yeah, here we go. With chicken, sun-dried tomatoes, mushrooms.
You like that one?
No.
Oh, shit, really? I'm still going to try it. So for dessert, I'll go for the chocolate pig.
It's a 10-inch dessert pizza. Chocolate, strawberries, bacon.
How can I resist that?
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
The table I'm ringing right now, just bring it as it comes, okay? Everything's under fire.
Right, what do we have here?
This is the brick chicken, $21.
$21. Brick chicken. Yeah, it looks like someone's just shat a brick.
Ew. He hated that. He was so angry about it.
Right, what do we have here?
This is the brick chicken, $21.
21.
Ew. Those vegetables got no seasoning. They're naked.
Brick chicken. Yeah, it looks like someone's just shat a brick.
He hates this chicken. Shat a brick. Looks cold.
It's so dry.
Yeah.
I mean, really dry.
That's actually better than usual.
Really?
Yeah.
Chicken under a brick is where it should have stayed, because it should have never come out of the kitchen.
Wow.
Pardon my reaching.
Okay.
This is the cavatapian chicken.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Because it should have never.
Really?
Plain steamed
Chicken.
vegetables.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so dry.
Yeah.
I mean, really dry.
That's actually better than usual.
Just flipping it around on the
Really?
plate.
Yeah.
Chicken under a brick is where it should have stayed, because it should have never come out of the kitchen.
Under a brick.
Wow.
Pardon my reaching.
Okay.
This is the cavatapian chicken.
Dude, you put this on my plate, I'm sending it back instantly. Did you just put raw pasta on my fucking plate? Like, what is this, bro? Cook the food. Get it away from me. It's not ready. You didn't put anything on this. That's Kraft? It doesn't even look like Kraft. Where's the sauce? I don't know. I don't know. It ran away. Yeah, this looks like an MRE.
Okay.
That's crap.
Bland. Chicken's dry. Way too
It looks
much
like Hamburger
rosemary and
Helper.
It's shit.
Ew.
At least I've saved room for dessert.
Not the chocolate pizza.
What you have here is the chocolate pig. It's white and dark chocolate, strawberries, bacon.
It's like we've had a crisis with the toilet paper department and someone's wiped their ass with my dough.
My daughter, it says.
My dough. I mean, it's just... I've never seen anything so fucking unappetizing as a dessert in all my life.
Absolutely.
Bacon and chocolate pizza. OMFG.
Gross, dude.
Yeah, he didn't like any of it. Not one thing.
Fuck me.
They really thought the rose would help, yeah. It's beautiful. Maybe he'll love it.
Is the chef off tonight?
No, he's in the back.
He's in the back. Is he cooking?
The
or?
chef off tonight.
So he's here, but he's not cooking.
This is why Gordon kills him.
I would really like to meet the executive chef.
You're fucking dead. Bang.
Chef. Brian Rutherford, Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon. How are you? Let's go somewhere out the line, shall we?
Just nothing.
I'm lost for words. I just, I don't know. I didn't even know where to start. Why wouldn't you cook for me? Why wouldn't you do that?
It's not a question of me not cooking for you. It's, do you want to see what we're doing here and improve it? Because I want this to improve.
You've been here for how long?
5 years.
5 years. But you've been cooking for 30 years?
33 years.
33 years.
Hadouken him.
I didn't see you on the line. I didn't see you taste anything. I didn't even see you inspire anybody.
This position is killing me in my soul.
No!
I've just been doing everything that Eddie wanted.
Ryan.
We have too large menus
His soul.
for the amount of business we do. If I have 120 items on the menu
Yeah,
and
he
we
looks
do 50
pale.
people a night, how much of this am I able to prep on a regular basis to have quality?
But you're the executive chef on the menu.
Yes, I am.
How can you let that food go out with your name above it? You can't just give up and
He's
almost,
Brian Kilmeade.
abandon ship before it's sunk.
I'm at the end of my rope.
You're toast.
I'm tired.
But you're an experienced guy. You okay?
Goodbye.
Look at me. Stand. You okay? Are you on medication?
No.
Excuse me, can you get me some water, please?
You say,
Quickly.
I don't know. I don't know.
Can you get me a chair, please? A chair.
Gordon has eaten his soul. Goodbye.
Oh. 911, please, quickly. 911.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
He's lit
Urgently.
now.
What happened?
Chef's on the floor.
Oh, shit.
You okay? Call 911. Jesus Christ.
Steal his clothes,
Chef
Gordon.
just
You're
fell
the
collapsed.
chef now.
Can I have some water, please? And a cold cloth. Urgent.
Excellent work, 47. Payment will be transferred to your account. A cheeky bump of K. What up, Catboy? He's just chilling out, dude. Let him rest. Gordon killed him. I love the idea that he just fucking killed him. I hate you. You're dead. I definitely think he just didn't eat or sleep the night before. He just looks like he just looks like shit. It just looks like low blood sugar, and he crashed and fainted because it is really stressful to have Gordon eat his shitty chocolate pizza.
Late.
Let's try and stay alert.
Stroke? No.
Look at me. Brian!
Brian.
Couldn't have been too impressed with our captain.
Can you give me a chair, please?
Shit.
A chair.
He touched him and he died like some fucked up JoJo fight.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, the sound his head makes. Dum. Stole his spirit. The thud. See, that's the thing. That's the most dangerous part of the situation. I think he just fainted from stress, not eating, low blood sugar, whatever. But when someone does faint, you want to make sure that they don't crack their skull. Didn't even protect his noggin. Gordon couldn't reach his hand under the sink to prevent that. That was just, he shouldn't have let him fall like that. He should have kept him on his, I don't know. He should have laid him out flat is what he should have done. But he did catch him kind of late because he was turning around. It's not Gordon's fault, but.
Jesus Christ. Call 911, please, quickly. 911.
Jesus. Come here. Jesus Christ.
Chef's on the floor.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
That'd be my
Chef
reaction
just fell,
too.
collapsed.
Let's try and stay alert and drink some water. No job is worth this, let me tell you.
Get out of here, bro. It's not worth dying for this awful, awful, awful hotel.
I was with the gentleman, we were just standing talking, and unfortunately he just collapsed and banged his head on the back here.
No one can understand you, Gordon.
I am really pissed off at Gordon. He's stressing everybody out. Everyone seems to be
Bro, no, this was your fault.
at their boiling point.
Has he been stressed out for long?
I mean, this put a lot of stress on all of us.
What, me being here?
Yeah.
That smug little smile. Yeah, you're putting a lot of stress on everyone. Demon. I hate this guy, yeah. Gordon, instead of remodeling this hotel, he should burn it to the ground. Surprise! I've burned your hotel to the ground! And I'm taking the insurance money.
But do not dare fucking go anywhere near
Bite his
that
head
I
off.
put him in that ambulance.
Brian killed him.
Got it.
Let me tell you something. 150 items on a fucking menu the size of a fucking shoebox can send that man to an early grave, let me tell you. It's like he's a dead man walking.
Yeah.
And what he tried to tell me in a 5-minute conversation is that you've overburdened him because he does whatever you want. You pay his salary.
I used to work at a restaurant. What he hit his head on are boxes holding plastic containers holding castor oil. I thought it was the metal of the sink. If he hit his head on like a plastic bin and that's what made that sound, then it's definitely not as bad. But if it was the metal sink, then he could have got a concussion.
But you're not behind that line. You have no catering experience. You haven't spent a day in a kitchen. I've never seen anything so fragmented.
Okay.
It's like you're a little magpie, a little spoilt fucking magpie that's going around picking up little bits of glitter and running back and getting your army to expedite it for you. All that matters right now is that that guy wakes up tomorrow feeling better. Enough is enough for one day. Yeah?
Okay.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. I love you.
For me, the most important
Okay.
thing is that he's okay.
Yeah.
But that guy has the world on his shoulders, and tonight proved that.
Kill the owner, Gordon. Kill him and eat his soul.
What a day yesterday. The good news is that
This episode feels like a fever dream. I know everything about it.
out of hospital, and they said it was dehydration
From the bathtub in front of the hotel door.
and
The
anxiety. So I'm
$20,000
gonna shoot over to his
tub.
house, keep the cameras outside, and hopefully have a chat with him. How are you, sir?
Come on in.
I'm so glad to see you. You know that. I'm telling you. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling well. We've got immense troubles at the hotel.
You cannot continue driving yourself into the ground like that.
Eddie takes advantage of my good nature.
Do you feel well enough to come back to the restaurant today?
Yeah.
Good. Let's get you back in there. And trust me, this time it's on your terms,
He's new.
not Eddie's.
Definitely.
Good to see you.
The restaurant is the beating heart of any good hotel, so the Keating has no chance without Chef Brian. Thankfully, just a couple of hours after I saw him, Brian is back at the hotel.
After going to the hospital, I believe that Gordon is totally in my corner, saying, get back in there, get it, you got this guy.
Now it's time to get the whole staff together to figure out how to get this hotel back on track.
Thank you all for meeting me. Am I happy to see you or what? How are you feeling, more importantly?
I am feeling very good.
Brilliant. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Let's get everything out on the table, because life's too short to fester. I'm here to help. And I just want to hear it from you guys. What's wrong with the Keating?
The resources. It's the resources. I tell Eddie all the time, Eddie, I can't do my job.
Your front reception desk should not be doing laundry, let me tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. That's nuts.
The big concern I have is the room service. How on earth do we get ourselves in that mess? As the food and beverage manager, yeah, tell me why it's going via the reception.
It's determined by, Eddie.
Oh my God, don't give me that. You're not the
Come
owner
on.
of the place.
I'm just the owner. I'm not responsible for
I
anything.
tell you what
He's gonna kill him again today. They're doing him like that one Greek story where the guy gets his liver eaten forever. It's just Groundhog Day, but he keeps having to die. Isn't there a movie about that? Oh yeah, Happy Death Day.
And you guys need to implement it.
Prometheus.
Why is the menu so big?
Because Eddie comes up with...
Why are multiple... Oh, Prometheus. I thought you mean the alien one. That's not what that movie's about. No, I was talking about Happy Death Day, not Live, Die, Repeat, a.k.a. Prometheus, a.k.a. What was the other name for that movie? Edge of Tomorrow. Isn't this movie also called Prometheus? This one? Yes, I will stream the debate tomorrow. Oh no, Prometheus is the Greek thing. Oh, chat was delayed. This movie is not called Prometheus. It's called Live, Die, Repeat, but it's also called Edge of Tomorrow. Blunt is a crazy last name.
with ideas. Eddie sees things. Eddie has a lot of friends that come in that would like to see more items on the menu.
Yeah. If I go see something I like from somewhere else, I tell you guys to implement it.
But you're not a chef, he is. And he needs his identity, and he needs his voice.
Sorry, chat.
I do know Brian.
I'm stupid today. Most days, but I'm especially stupid today. So I couldn't get what chat was trying to get across. The liver guy is Prometheus. Tom Cruise is Live, Die, Repeat. Gordon Ramsay is gonna kill this guy again.
Brian doesn't like to say no to me.
He's gonna say happy death day.
You have a general manager, you
Blow
have
his
a head chef,
off.
executive chef, you have a front desk manager. You shouldn't get involved.
And I give them ideas, you know, because I have a vision here and I give them the ideas.
No.
He has the vision.
No.
I cannot work with you.
No.
Like this. We have the key players. There's
The
one.
vision, the ideas, $20,000 jacuzzi bathtub in front of the door. No. There's also a bad alien movie called Prometheus. Yeah, I know.
One little problem we have, and unfortunately, it's you at this point.
After last night's dramatic turn of events,
Look at me.
the staff of the kitchen have finally found the courage to confront Eddie, the owner. Now, there's one question I have to ask.
Yeah, no bath mat, no shower curtain. Just get in the bath in the middle of the room. Directly in view if someone opened the door. You would be just fully exposed to the hallway.
Tell me.
naked in the
who's
bath.
the most important person at the Keating? Who is it? Eddie, Brian. Yeah?
There's no carpet.
The most important person at the
Which is more of a liability than anything.
Keating. Sandra, who is it?
I gotta say
Wet,
it's Eddie.
solid floor.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it would be Eddie.
Eddie.
Sandra.
No. No.
No.
The most important person at the Keating is the guest. And I think it's all been forgotten about. And it's more about keeping you, Eddie, happy.
It's just crazy how business owners operate like the most self-centered motherfuckers in the world, and yet they can't comprehend that they're the problem. Eddie, the owner, definitely grew up in one of those Lightning McQueen beds and never really grew out of it. Dude, I had one very briefly. I had a race car bed when I was in first grade, but we moved and had to get rid of it. But it was a blue plastic race car bed. I wonder if I could find it.
We have that blanket in blue. How exciting.
Oh,
Also
nice.
love your content.
Yeah, it's a hiking blanket, so it's really heavy duty. I like it. Thank you so much for Sanji. Thanks for saying something nice about my videos. Plastic race car bed. Was it blue or was it red? It might be this one. It was a lot bigger in my head. But also I was a baby. Wait, here's a better picture of it. Yeah, this is literally like a baby bed. That's what I had. I think I just quickly got too big for it. But I remember it. I remember the feel of the plastic specifically. You grab on it. Important Ethan lore. Yeah, I didn't have it very long though. It looks like it would roll away. The wheels aren't actually touching the ground and they don't move.
We have to focus on the guest. I'm here to put this place right. Understand that.
Was it everything you dreamed it would be? It was too young for me to even have like chosen it. I think we just had it.
Eddie and Sandra, just come with me.
If Eddie won't listen to me, and he won't listen to his staff, maybe he'll listen to the people who could pay the bills around here.
The council.
Eddie, up until now, this hotel has always been about you, your dream, your vision. Now,
the disgruntled Yelpers.
I want you to meet some very important people.
I'm just really worried right now. I have no idea what Gordon has in the room.
Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Nice to see you.
That was so creepy.
staying at the
They all said it together. How are you? Good. That was awful.
Meeting over the last 24 to 48 hours.
Oh no.
The woke mob.
When I see all those guests there,
There
I
they
want
are.
to run away right now.
I wanted
get 'em.
to give you a unique opportunity to hear some very, and I mean very, valuable feedback. I've also stayed here, and I am frustrated, but I'm here to get this place back on the map. Give me a little insight, please.
Now take
What
a
do you
bath
think of
in
this
front
luxury
of them.
hotel?
Madam, what would you...
I walked into the room and it smelled horrible.
Ew.
There was rust in the jacuzzi, no water.
Ew. Rust.
Some of the features in the room were just lower quality, like the plastic looked a little bit cheap and old, so it doesn't feel comfortable.
Madam, please.
I just feel like this place was designed kind of form over function. It was just kind of weird.
Poo-poo spray.
Where's one supposed to sit and eat breakfast? In their room. My husband had to stand up this morning to have his breakfast while I took the only chair and sat at the desk.
I'm sorry.
Our room service was, we ordered a couple of the small pizzas, and they essentially looked like microwave pizzas. And then the order was wrong, so we called it correct. They eventually, brought up what we actually ordered. And then in the morning, they charged us for both.
Wow, I'm sorry. Anybody else?
There was some really high-end stuff, and then at the same time, there was just simple amenities that were skipped.
Well, are you saying there's better at the same price out there? Yeah. Eddie, your baby, your vision. On the back of that feedback,
No, I appreciate the feedback.
I have one question for you all. Who would return here? Let's do a show of hands. Who would come back to the Keating?
Wow. Not one person?
It always goes like that.
Gordon's comment about it's not what I want It's what the guests want.
Wow.
I'm starting to realize that some of the things he's saying actually are true.
Yes,
I really apologize, and I am looking forward to having you guys in the future. I can tell you will have a different experience.
Gordon, I hate having guests in my hotel. Why is it failing? That's some of the things he's saying. The other stuff's fucking stupid bullshit. I don't care.
Eddie and Sandra, I'm not trying to embarrass you, but this is, for me, critical feedback, and it's only going to get better.
Don't be rude.
The feedback from the customers was good. I'm realizing there's more issues than I thought we had. And just being here over the past couple days, I'm seeing what they are. I think we can definitely fix them and streamline them so the place works a lot more efficiently and all the guests are happy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Eddie is starting to see how much things have to change for this place to succeed. But for the hotel to have a fighting chance of turning a profit, I've got to find a way to reignite Chef Brian's love of cooking. Let's show the gang what we can do. Yeah.
Reignite his
I
love.
don't have much passion here anymore. I'm hoping that Gordon being here will nurse it back.
Right, first of all,
Nurse
the
him,
roasted
Gordon.
beet and burrata salad.
Nurse his love back
They've
to
just been
health.
seasoned with a little touch of salt, pepper, and then finished in a little hazelnut vinaigrette. Scallops. I like serving scallops with a nice sear. So, a touch of salt, pepper, a little bit of vinaigrette. I've just made it sort of citrusy. Good. I love it when you get excited like that. It's, energy coming back. I absolutely love it. Well, just have a little taste.
Oh, those look so good. I love seared scallops. Yes, I do. Oh no, he's gonna
Are you
die.
okay, Brian?
Passes away again.
You're killing me.
There's two things on the plate. Got the scallops and the onion puree.
When I'm
Listen, alienation from your labor is a bitch. And having that feeling of having agency in your job and feeling like a human fucking being and a real chef and having some dignity is probably really empowering. There's always a class analysis to this Kitchen Nightmares stuff.
Mr. Bustin with happiness seeing you.
On the line with Gordon, the energy
It's a
level
beautiful
just
moment.
pops up, and now
I love labor. I love the beauty of labor, the joy of creation, of work.
I'm
The spoils of
I'm
the sweat
standing
of
a
his
little
brow,
taller, and
whatever.
It's exciting.
Nice? Happy? Yeah? Good. It's so
Very
nice to see you
political.
smiling, you know that.
Gordon kind of unlocked the chains that I had allowed to be put on.
I'm with you every step of the way, but you need a voice in here.
It is a
And
metaphor,
your voice
just
is on
like
that
the
plate.
alien.
Let it scream.
I love Eddie, but I have to be able to just say, this is not going to work. This is not to the benefit of the hotel, the guests, the restaurant, or anything.
You can do it, and I know you can do it.
I needed this to remember what I used to do, and that there's no limit to what I can do in the future.
Why do you love Eddie? The chef? I always like the chefs in this show. They usually are like 9 times out of 10, the chefs in this show are just abused workers that really look up to Gordon Ramsay and want an opportunity to prove themselves on TV, really, and just want a chance to like enjoy their job again. Brian. He died this year? Oh, that's so sad.
Brian and Eddie are both making great strides.
Rest in
And
peace,
tonight,
Brian.
my design team will move in and try to get this hotel out of the pits. But first, there's something I've just got to try. I've got a 25-gram bath, so I might as well use it.
Oh. Ah! Somebody said, why do I hate Eddie? Or why do I love Eddie? I don't love Eddie. I hate Eddie, the owner. The owner sucks. The chef is nice. I like the chef. I was not ready. He had full ass. Oh, Capway, you don't know. He does this on every episode he possibly can. Not every single one, because sometimes he doesn't have the opportunity to. But if he has the opportunity, he will show his ass every single time. Rewind, pause, enhance.
I've just got to try. I've got a 25-gram bath, so I might as well use
Ew,
it.
not the red and black robe. It's so tacky. This is like pre everything being bought on Amazon, but it looks like a Temu robe. I can't believe he just dropped trowel like that. Not the blue lighting. This is so weird. Imagine paying $800 a night for this. Gordon butt emo? I don't think that's allowed.
It does not feel and sound like a 25 grand bath, let me tell you.
$5,000 to put these stupid baths in the hotel rooms, man.
Right, towel, please.
Yeah, $1,000 in today's money.
It's been a challenging week at the Keating Hotel. A place that was all style and no substance. But its owner, Eddie, has finally turned a corner.
Yeah, it does feel like it's a tub designed for sex, which is weird to also put in the middle of the living room.
Morning.
Against a wall.
Good morning. How are we?
Good.
Very good.
Excellent.
It's time to show him and his staff how my design team have transformed the Keating into
And
a
in
place
front of the
people will
door.
actually want to stay.
Okay, good. Let's be honest. The Keating is a hotel with huge potential, right?
Yes.
But you need to focus your attention and energy to the guests that are staying here. Yeah? Come with me. Let me show you the Keating. Let's go. Come in. Welcome.
Wow.
Come in.
Wow, that is great.
Oh my God.
It's all opened up.
Wow. There's no more dominant red.
Read carefully.
Yeah, that red was definitely a choice. Read carefully. This is horrible. Gang signs? No, it's just letters with hands. But it looks awful. It looks like nothing. This is illegible.
All those wonderful
They're confused. They're like, what?
configurations of your hands.
It's not ASL.
Welcome.
It's just the spelling of the letters. That's why it doesn't make any sense.
Keating.
Ransom note.
It's just so beautiful.
Isn't it?
It's just such an emotional experience.
You all have a hand in helping the guests feel welcome.
It's amazing.
You disappointed the red is gone?
No.
No?
The before. Dude, you couldn't even see anything. How do you even navigate this?
No.
It's a metaphor.
It's a brand new, warm, inviting entrance to a hotel. Ready to see more?
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
It does have, yeah.
Come into
like,
my suite.
The menstruation room.
it has like Bill Maher's creepy podcast basement vibes. At least it used to. The hallway still looks like that though. They didn't remodel the hallway. I felt, yeah, club dungeon.
Oh my
Creepy.
God.
Wow.
Black
So
Lodge.
Oh wow.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I mean, it looks like a $5,000 a month Brooklyn apartment.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm genuinely autistic about the color red, but even that's a bit much for me. I mean, there's a difference between liking a color and just like being lazy and being like, I like red, so everything is red. Like liking a color and using it tastefully is a skill that a lot of people don't have. And you know, this guy, I don't know, he found whoever I don't know what the fuck company he worked with, but someone who would do whatever he wanted. Also, why is there a phone on the floor? That doesn't seem very... Couldn't get them a table, Gordon?
Definitely.
The place is still too cluttered. I think that's why there's no table here.
Blown away. Wow. Wow.
Welcome
Phone
to
on the
what I
ground.
think is a sophisticated, comfortable, modern suite.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
better. Yeah, there's too much furniture in here.
Let's start off with that jacuzzi. If guests would like to take a bath, pull the curtains, they have a choice. That's how you embody luxury.
Oh, privacy.
The sofas. You can sit down. You can watch TV 3 meters away.
So is there a goddamn turlet in this room? Like, what is the bathroom just a sink and a toilet? And then there's a tub in the living room?
On the screen. Brian, you got quiet on me again. Jeez.
We thought we were sleek and cool, and now it's beautiful. It feels welcoming.
Come through the bedroom, please.
I really like the concept of
What
the
the
made-over
fuck?
suite. Now it's screaming.
Bedroom.
Bro,
Please.
I hate California so much. Oh, so the sinks are in the bedroom, of course. The sinks are in front of the bed. What? No, yeah. The fucking bathtub in the living room, Sinks in the bedroom. California would rather burn to the ground than have any kind of like normal fucking architecture and anything. You want to make this hotel into housing when it inevitably goes under because this guy's a fucking idiot? Fuck you. You can't do it now. The zoning laws won't let you because we deconstructed the bathroom and scattered it across the fucking hotel. What the fuck?
That shit like the Dragon Balls, bro.
I know. This is a fucking kink hotel. Why else do you have fucking 2 sinks in front of the bed?
It looks so fucking bad it made someone chat for the first time to say what the fuck.
I really like the concept of the made-over suite. Now it screams the guests. You get stuck in a
It screams the guests.
perspective sometimes, and you need to take a step back and have
Shoes
someone,
on and everything.
come in and show you. And I think that's what Gordon has done. It's amazing.
Now, something really important. I've organised a free trial period from a local linen company. Use it to your advantage. That means the front desk team doesn't need to waste time doing laundry. You've got more time to focus.
Yeah, you have to go out. You have to leave the bathroom to go to the in front of your bed and wash your hands.
It was on the guests.
It screams the guests. The guests.
I know, right? And Sandra, you are a GM.
The toilet's in the window. That's luxury, baby. $800, please.
A laundry
Cough it up.
assistant.
For the lifestyle concierge, we don't have to worry about laundry. So I am happy.
There's more. Let's go. Right, excited?
Yes.
Come through. We have refreshed the menu, okay?
You didn't go into the walk-in.
Breakfast pizza.
I've worked with Chef Brian to devise a short new menu that will play to his strengths. First impressions visually.
It's very vibrant.
The presentation's amazing.
And the good news is,
the
2/3 of the
seared
menu's
scallop.
gone. Chef, what do you think?
I
Maybe
think
he
that
meant
this
to say
allows
the
me
guests will scream. Yeah, maybe.
to speak to the guest.
And Aaron, I want you, as the food and beverage manager, to take responsibility of room service. Own it. And no plastic
Food
containers.
and beverage, man.
I think now we have the proper execution, the proper understanding of the menu with limited smaller items. We definitely can execute it a lot quicker, and now I feel a lot more comfortable.
And that, for me, is great news, because it means the front desk is no longer looking
Apparently
after room service or doing laundry. They can...
Bro, they closed down a couple years ago and reopened as an Airbnb.
Oh my god.
Bruh. So they could have no regulations on anything. No oversight. Health inspector doesn't even come no more because it's an Airbnb. They don't have to.
Concentrate.
The Ferrari of Airbnb.
On looking after the guests.
Yes.
There's one more change we need to do. You've been wearing a red chef jacket for far too long. You
Yeah, it looks
deserve
stupid. He
a
looks
white
like
one. Let me
Fireball Mario.
tell you. Put that on.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
I certainly will. I'm feeling great. I'm no longer Eddie's chef in the red jacket. I'm the chef of the Merc Bistro in white.
It's not Eddie's favorite color, but it is a proper chef's jacket. You perform like one. You deserve it. Make it yours.
Thank you, Gordon.
Well done.
Chef of the Airbnb.
This is the kind of energy you want to see every day. So you know what? As long as they're doing their jobs, I have no problem with them saying no to me anymore.
Big night tonight. It's going to be a packed
This guy
restaurant.
sucks.
You've got to remember you are all Team Keating. I know you can do it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Cloned Brian. Like Red
Guests are arriving for the relaunch of the Keating Hotel. And the first impressions are very positive.
This is really nice.
You like it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Just picture of.
Say I liked whatever Gordon Ramsay showed me.
You like it? Yeah. I love the picture of the shocker on the wall.
You know what, Gordon? I've never even thought about how much I love the color gray.
Definitely a kink hotel. They got fingering on the wall. Just a picture of fingers.
At long last, the front desk can focus on welcoming guests.
How are you? Welcome. I'm Cindy. Pleasure
Right next to
meet
the
you.
sink.
And the hotel's new white lobby is a great improvement.
Look at this all red. And before it looked like a bus station, now it looks like a hotel. It looks much more inviting.
At the restaurant, Aaron is finally stepping up
Follow her, right?
and taking a new hands-on approach to room service. Go on, go on, go
Of course, he reverted everything back to red. Did he really? Oh, that's crazy.
on. And not a plastic container in sight.
Okay, so he just must have money from somewhere else to keep this whole thing afloat.
Mr. Hanks, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. We got room service over here for you.
The simplified menu has brought Brian back to life.
I want the most gorgeous plates in the world coming up in this window.
That's good news for the diners.
So beautiful. It's very tender. It's like, I don't even need this knife.
This is a joint where you don't need ketchup because it's perfectly seasoned.
And for the future of Eddie and the Keating Hotel.
Keep it going.
He's so evil.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh, look how tender
It's perfect.
If I had one thing to say to Gordon right now, it's just thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's our last
The
ticket
Yelp
out.
is crazy.
I've been really lost here, and you've woken me up.
The red
Great
is very
job.
Lynchian. Yeah, someone called it the Black Lodge. Bizarre that he thought it was a good look. I know.
New day, new day.
And reminded me of who I am.
R.I.P. Can't believe he's gone. Brian.
This place was all about Eddie's dream of what a hotel should
Sorry,
be like.
Brian.
But he forgot the most important person, the guest. I'm just hoping that Eddie can trust his staff and let them work as a team, because this is a place I'd love to come back to.
Do you
Okay.
think Gordon ever came back?
Right, Sandra, you are a great general manager. Don't stop being one, okay?
Gordon, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm proud to be the general manager of the Keating Hotel.
Give me a hug. Come on. Hey, well done. Seriously, you can do the food and beverage. You can handle the room service easily. And
You can
my
do it.
God, I mean, you bounce back from the dead. Let me tell you.
Literally.
And literally, make it
Resurrected.
yours.
it
Okay,
is.
well done. And do not change that jacket. Okay, white suits you. You know that. And let your team run your business. Okay.
I think this experience with Gordon was life-changing for everyone here. What you did to get the team back together, I mean, I'm telling you, no one could have done.
But this place is on the road. And good luck. I can't wait to come
Could have
back.
figured out how
It's
to
one of those
sell
experiences
food
you'll
that
never
didn't suck
forget.
ass.
Good job, guys.
Sometimes you have to trust.
No.
No, no.
Wait, what? Yeah, no. Everything you do is bad. And then he went back on everything. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. He used this for a marketing opportunity and then went back to having a creepy dungeness hotel. Let's see the Yelp. Let's see. Wait, this isn't Yelp. The Keating Hotel. Wait. Deserves negative stars. So many problems with this place, I don't know where to begin. 5 words. Filthy, overpriced garbage, and completely unnecessary bullshit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's a lot more than 5 words. Not to mention unsafe for children. Definitely not a family hotel. Oh god, maybe it is a kink hotel. It's an eyesore to look at, along with terrible tasting food. Whoever designed this hotel did not think about functionality nor comfort. Oh my god. We checked our room last night to find our full-length mirror to have huge handprints as if the maid didn't clean. A broken wall speaker. An in-room cappuccino machine that was out of order, and when we came back to dinner, a bag of cocaine was on the ground. And the king bed is really 2 twin beds pushed together, not comfortable to sleep on. 1 positive, great location. Oh. That's scary, the handprints in the mirror. And then I guess she didn't take a picture of the cocaine. Yeah, free coke. It's not really kid friendly. The showers don't have privacy. Why do you like this place? 5 stars? The hotel is so noisy you can hear everything going on in other rooms. Oh god, a freaky hotel. You gotta be so rich to just leave your cocaine, I know. Not the freak hotel. You don't even get privacy to be freaky. Everyone can hear you. New Vegas Gomorrah sex cocaine murder hotel. The freaking hotel. Everyone can hear you do your freak. Do you think Gordon heard anything? I don't know. It doesn't seem like many people were staying there at the time. The freaking hotel. Does Gordon even spend the night? I don't know, actually. I didn't even see the... Yeah, he didn't... I didn't see him go in the bed. He opened it and was like, my fucking bed isn't pressed. These sheets are, like, dirty. Then he just didn't go to sleep. They never showed it. Wonder what Gordon would have said about the coke. He would have said nothing. He would have not said nothing. He would have, that coke would have been disappeared. It's fucking raw. I didn't do nothing with that fucking coke, mate. Entire rental unit in San Diego. This is what the Airbnb looks like. Yeah. What is this, bro? What is this, like, sticks in the... Smell it. I'm glad he didn't use the UV. He didn't use the UV light on this one. He didn't use the poop detector on this one. He fucking forgot all his tools at home or something. Ah! They brought back the red. No poop detector. Ew. The hallways look like they're sludged. Poo-poo spray. Full bathroom. Is that what you call a full bathroom? There's no sink. Oh no, here it is. Outside of the full bathroom. Where's the shower? What's going on? I almost feel like this is definitely so the government can't claim this building for housing. They fucked it up so you can't make it into public housing. No bathroom door? I thought there was. I can't tell. Oh my god, there's no bathroom door. Yeah, I guess this blue part is the shower. This is insane. No poo-poo spray. It really is The Sims, yeah. And this, like, bed's all fucked up and gross. It's, like, old. They freaked it. This whole room got freaked in.
He couldn't have been too impressed with our capital. It looks like shit.
Porn shoot location? Oh god, I wouldn't be surprised. It's just uncanny. Freaky hotel aesthetic. Who up freaking in the no privacy room? I don't like that. Listen, chat. It's Monday. I got some work to do tonight, and then I'm going to be prepping for tomorrow's stream, the Debat. I was going to play games tonight, but I think I'll probably do it, I guess, after the debate tomorrow. Or I guess we'll probably do it while we're waiting for the debate tomorrow. I have much to do. I'm traveling at the end of the week anyway, so I need to be responsible and not game late into the night. Let's raid Gutnot and call it a night. I will be back tomorrow. What time tomorrow? I don't know. Probably a little earlier just so we could do some early coverage, pre-coverage, some gaming even. But yeah, Gutnot's having a chill, cool stream. I've never noticed she's got like weapons in her background now. That's sick. Go have fun. Go be normal. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night, guys. Thanks for being here.